And we're live.
And we are live.
And we are live. Well, it's been a minute. When was the last
Uh,
time we did a stream together?
quite some time. And honestly, sadness for the viewers.
Hmm.
But yeah, I kind of uh, just more important things, honestly.
Yeah. Looks like the last time we were talking about cons,
Yeah.
rest and rip.
Yep.
Cons was, we had a lot of discussion about that. If people couldn't tell, we had a bearish position on it, looks like. Yeah, it was June 9th. So yeah, it's been almost 2 months.
Oh yes.
And since then, I'm just going to share this. So most of these people ever know. Most of you guys, we all know each other. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. But I still like to,
I
toot my
think
own
there's
horn now and then.
I think there's value in that. Like we gave a bit of dive, but like or a glimpse behind the curtain of
Yeah,
what we looked for, or like why things are. If you're a long only person, like just avoid.
yeah. I mean, look at this. 96 in the past 6 months, 72% past month. This thing, they declare they're going bankrupt, doing Chapter 11, probably turning to Chapter 7. They are
Yeah.
getting delisted pretty soon.
Mm.
So yeah, but I think one of the things that you wanted to discuss, one of the things we can discuss, as especially as we wait, we may have a third member joining, is tools that we like to use for due diligence or research.
Yes.
And I can start, but we'll just go one.
All
So
right. Sure. Why not?
my first is well, actually, we'll start with this. Um, One of my favorite tools, so to speak, is just it's the community. No, it's literally like people that you know, if it's on Twitter/X, Discord
Hmm.
groups, whatever, where people talk and they help facilitate ideas. Because at the end of the day, the market's massive. I mean, let me see, how many publicly trade, just the American companies are there?
Uh,
Um,
thousands.
at least this one has
Yeah.
the new NYSC has 2,000. That's not
Yeah.
including the NASDAQ.
Yep.
Figure for the Nasdaq was much higher, staying at 3,400. So you have 7,000 just on those two alone. Then you have like OTCs, which I wouldn't really touch. You have all the European companies, things like that. So it's a massive market. So just having people that you can talk to,
Hmm.
where they can send you ideas or talk about things that they are optimistic or rather unoptimistic on. So that'd be like number one for me. I don't know. So I'll flip it back to you.
Alrighty. So, everybody already knows that I love SEC Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
That should be, at least I think for most competent people, their starting point. If you care about, going with, equities being commons or preferreds. But sadly, based off of like observations, I see a stunning amount of misunderstanding on like what components of like basic financial statements to like just what things mean in any sort of
Mm-hmm.
disclosure.
Right.
Like, and it is shocking, it is stunning, where like it's okay to be wrong. I know I will be wrong in the future,
Mm-hmm.
and I have misspoke during lives as well. It's another thing entirely though to be so uh, brazenly sure-headed that
Yes.
it's to the point of arrogance and
Mm-hmm.
flagrant arrogance at that. Yeah, um, yeah, that's just where you lose me, and I get very alarmed. So yeah, that I don't know. You want to count that one or no?
No, I think it totally counts.
Okay,
SEC
all right,
Edgar,
cool. Yeah, yep,
essentially.
yep, yeah. Good
Yeah.
old SEC Edgar, SEC .gov,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, SEC.gov/ especially search dash filings. Um, good old database there where you can punch in a company ticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
mine, going off kind of what you said, one I like is the company's IR page, like investor relations. You better be familiar
Yeah,
with that site. So, for
yeah,
example, with cons, I know if I do, I did that wrong, but I know if I just do this, boom, I'll pull up the website.
yeah.
And so with a lot, like that's how frequently I would go here. Is I basically have the path saved on my computer,
Oh
checking
yes.
SEC filings, and this is for most of the companies that I follow. Um, you should be checking this. The other thing, you didn't mention this, but like one of the things I think is really important for people to know is a lot of times you see a press release. So, for example, well, they don't really have any press releases. I know there's examples of it, um,
Uh,
but they'll release a press release, but then the SEC filing itself has a lot more information.
yes.
I know some companies I could, oops, I did Excel. I know some companies I could pull up that I'm not going to right now that do that. I have very specific examples of that. But that's one thing. Know the IR page. I mean, these guys, as much as like their asset-backed securities, even so, some people have been asking how can they pay like bankruptcy and stuff. You can see here how the asset-backed securities are. I don't think every company has this or is required to, but they did. I don't know if they still do.
Yep.
June 30th.
Helps helps give a little bit of clarity behind some black box nature.
Yeah, and also don't be afraid to a lot of times, on investor relations, you can actually contact investor relations, and usually they're pretty helpful. Like these people are professionals that are here to help investors understand it. I mean, this is professional investors, hedge funds, etc. They reach out to the investor relations to get clarity on stuff. So that's another thing within this page that's helpful. So that'd be number one for me as well.
Yep. Okay. I believe.
Potato.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Another one might be Justia, dockets.justia.com, where you
How do you
can
spell it? Just EO.
Justia. Yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a nice one where you can look at companies, people, as far as
So,
different things goes. It
so
can be
like,
a bit of a rabbit hole, not gonna lie, but
so if I did like, I could do that and something would come up potentially.
do wow. No, hold on. Let me. I'll give you a link in the uh da, da, da.
Private chat.
Yeah. So that way we can easily copy paste it. Um, one moment. Dude.
I don't think it's these guys.
Shoot. Darn it. I think the link that I originally had may have broken. Sad. Uh, crap.
But so this is like you can look up. So if I looked up, for example, Wells Fargo, right? It's going to have all the see like United States versus Wells Fargo here.
It should. Yeah. Actually, hold on. There we go. There's some databases here. Shoot. Where the heck is the private? There we go. Private chat.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that I'm rusty. Yeah. So there's contracts. You can also take a look at legalese, things such as patents and trademarks.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So now, of course, so we are two accountants, one gap. I am not even truly an accountant. Like I think we've done that disclaimer before in the past, but I figure why not keep it going. Um, and like again, we're not so it's certainly not lawyers, not even
Yeah.
claiming to be, but uh, this database of sorts can help give someone a relatively focused direction on where to get lost in the woods.
Yeah, this is interesting. I haven't really gone down. So like you look at Amazon patents.
Yes.
you look at. So like this would actually be really cool for like I'm guessing if you know this stuff well enough, you wouldn't have to worry about like pharmaceuticals maybe.
Possibly, I know that there are some other services out there that range in quality and reputation for
Mhm.
aggregation. And yes, this is basically an aggregator or database of sorts. But it's there. It's there for people to consider as a choice. I happen to have used this from time to time just out of curiosity. I don't know if it's necessarily a ringing endorsement. I'm not going in order, but yeah. Like I thought it was kind of neat.
Mm.
Yeah, because if you took a look at Justia's website and
Mhm.
scrolled somewhere around at the bottom of the web page on PC, it should produce businesses such as business formation, intellectual property, or other
Oh, right here.
databases with
Huh.
forms, product recalls, etc. Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah. Just like
No. Go ahead. I was going to ask
no,
about
no,
that.
like I just wanted to think about what I wanted to say, like because I as much as I think DIY culture is very very important and a robust sense of independence is healthy. There also needs to be a tempered balance and respect for how important and how powerful specialization is.
Oh, for
And
sure.
yeah, like like the nuances of accounting and being able to know the legal minutia, the financial
Mhm.
minutia, the nature of how to run a business, how to operate a business, how business operates. Like these are all very important things to investing, or
Mhm.
should be important to investing. And yeah, that's yeah. Uh, I just know that this may be a way to kind of help for a person outside looking in.
It's pretty cool too. They offer like free webinars, so you can see
Yep.
like expert witnesses in artificial intelligence. That's kind of
Yeah. I haven't
interesting.
given those a shot, but yeah. Like there used to be a way though where you could just like punch in a company's name, and if you knew like if it was an Inc. or a Co.
Hmm.
It would spit things out cleanly, but well, relatively cleanly.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. Yep. So just something for the users to consider if they haven't or have a better
That's really interesting.
product or service. Please do throw it in the comments because I it will help me a lot. Like shoot, I'm not too proud or too high strung to not seek good resources and tools.
Oh, for sure. No, I haven't really ever used this before, and it's pretty interesting actually. Um, so that's really cool.
Yes. Yeah. At least in my opinion, that's
Hmm.
what I've thought.
Yeah, and you said SEC Edgar. I
Yes.
said,
You said Twitter or X,
I use
and
Ticker too.
yeah, I use
This
Ticker
is
as well.
this is very good. So I use a paid version, but
Hmm.
you can use a free version that's still very good. I think gives you probably 80%. I think of what the paid version does. It's been a while since I had the free version. Um, but it's you. I mean, every you need to have a data aggregator and use one to understand because you know understand how to do quick checks because once again the market's so big you can't look at everything. Also, screeners are useful, so I have a couple screeners I use. Um, different things like that. Um, so I like this a lot. The other thing I really like about this is when I'm modeling, it's nice because you can export data. Um, I want to say 3 years of data, 20. Yeah, so I can do 3 years at a time. So I can usually just go like something like this and then just copy the table, copy it, do another 3 years, copy table, and that helps me build the historical data a lot of times. Um, Although I will say a lot of times in my model, I usually try to get a little more granular. But with a lot of this stuff, it helps me at least say, okay, here's the margins, all that stuff. And
Yeah.
especially for the older data, I do it like this, and then I get more granular as I get more close to today and building estimates. But they have fun things too, ratios.
Oh yes.
Uh,
Ratios are always fun.
oh, for sure. And so I like that one a lot. They have analyst estimates. You can pull transcripts up, which I like reading the transcripts a lot of times of companies because you can, reading helps a lot. Like instead of having to listen to everything, you can go through, read it, go over something that you thought was important again. You have the filings here, though I prefer to go to their SEC filings directly on their webpage. I never really use this. It's not always fully up to date. I like the ownership one a lot. Not really that important for like an NVIDIA, but for a lot of smaller companies, seeing who owns it, seeing why they own it, trying to, especially as you're trying to understand, for me, almost all the smaller companies, I'm looking at who owns them, why do they own them, what's their motivation. Especially, NVIDIA, it doesn't matter. Who cares who owns them? They're one of the biggest companies in the world. But it is relevant for smaller and smaller players. And, you can always see news. So that's always, always good.
Fuhat has told me, thank you, Fuhat, that I need to forward him the link.
What do you want?
I'm doing that right now. It should, in theory, work if it's a master link or a link for the stream. Fingers crossed.
I might need to take my dogs out in a sec. They
All
always
good.
like to know when I start streaming. They're like, "Oh, by the way, take me outside now."
It's all right. You can
I'll wait
can
for
do that.
Fabio to hop on, and then
Oh no. Okay,
so
either
I'm
or.
not leaving you high and dry.
Ticker. Any other thoughts on good old Ticker?
No, I mean that's most of it. You get the nice overview. It's a data aggregator at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
but if you're not using one when you're researching a stock, like what the hell are you doing? At least for like when you're initially looking at stocks. So obviously you should build out your own models. You should be able to figure out. You'll have a more in-depth. Like one of the things I always tell people, if your analysis stops at like, oh, I'm just estimating revenue and I'm estimating margins, but you don't have any like drill downs. Because like for me, the usefulness of models, which that's probably another thing is a tool as a model actually using one. But the usefulness of them is understanding the drivers of the business, understanding, okay, if they increase revenue this much, they increase gross profit this much, SG&A stays the same. How is that going to look for the valuation of the company and going from there?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll pass it back to you.
Alrighty, passing it back to me. Here's one where I'm not fully on the fence as to if it's good or not. Open corporates. Because I lobbed this one over to you.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I think it was pretty accurate though.
Really? Okay, that's wonderful. Yes.
I think the individuals you showed me, there were some things that like weren't completely accurate, but it was pretty accurate.
Okay, wonderful. Well, yes, open corporates. The funny thing is that this question doesn't always get asked too often, but I think that this one is a relevant question, and that is, how can I trust my management team in some cases? And for people that have a healthy level of skepticism for everything, not just externally but also internally, because we really should consider these are multi-million, billion, trillion companies.
Yeah.
We're talking probably the best of the best, and we're talking salespeople that could charm, I don't know, a person drowning in the ocean to buy bottled water in real time. So, like, even if you had access to them, who's to say you wouldn't fall under their spell? Like,
Right.
yeah. So, open corporates. It again. I've only interacted with this one minimally. Results have been mixed, but okay, because it's an aggregator where you're able to look into some of the past past job history of some people in different corporate roles. Um,
Yeah.
if you, oh god,
So one of the things I'm just looking at this, I noticed it only. So one of the things it does is it will look at the company they're currently a director of.
Mhm.
And it will say, and then it'll go back to the founding of that company and say, this is how long they've been
Yeah.
A director here,
Yeah. So.
which isn't entirely true,
Mhm.
but it's still interesting. So, like, let's look up. Who should I look up?
Officer of. Hmm.
I don't know.
How about good old
I was going to
Fran
do.
Horowitz, the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch?
Was it Fran?
Yes, FRAN and then HOROWITZ.
Oh, I shouldn't have done all jurisdictions, but
Yeah.
is Conagra Brands? Is that actually correct though? Conagra Brands.
I want to say so. Let me double check. Yeah, like the reason why I mentioned this one is because yes, people there are ways to not necessarily fake and to verify things, like as far as like say LinkedIn, but this is a way to take a look and see if is a legal paper trail of sorts. Uh, this one I like to extend to yeah. By the way, she serves on the board of Conagra currently,
Okay.
at least to my knowledge. Or
So there you go.
currently. Yep. Uh, so again, it's in my view at least nice to know, nice to look at something with that is able to spit out information relatively cleanly. I think it just needs a email address for user login, but it
Mhm.
hasn't hassled me for money yet.
Interestingly, Conagra is actually, side note, done pretty well stock wise last month.
Well,
With the sell off,
winners
it was up today 2%. So
winners win together,
it's
I
a
guess.
staple, probably, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch not doing too well at the time of the recording,
Hmm.
relatively speaking. I'm talking about just the day, but good lord, she was a monster to turn that company around.
Hmm. Oh, they own like the. Okay, I just seen what Conagra owns. Okay. Anyway, so this is actually interesting
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
can also tell who they're affiliated with. So like,
hmm So, like, generally speaking, I recognize and having that healthy skepticism is important, but usually most like a fair amount of companies will try to like talk about inter party related transactions and whatnot.
hmm
But this is another way to go out of your way to verify rather than just blindly trust.
yeah, oh for sure.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
So this one I'm still on the fence with. I lean towards it should probably get the seal of approval.
Hmm.
But again, if I'm open to being wrong. Maybe I'm easily impressed, and if there's a superior choice out there, please do feel free to share.
No,
Cause
I think this is pretty interesting. You can see like who people are associated with.
yeah, I was honestly though full and fair disclosure. I searched someone. Well, not full disclosure, but relatively full. Uh, I searched someone that isn't a high profile person, and it spat back results.
Hmm.
Just because again, corporations, legal documents, legal
Right.
paper trail, and it spat out results. Not perfect results, but within acceptable ranges.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And depending on how accurate these are, that can tell you a lot too. Like, okay, so let me just see. Because I think this person, his company, just acquired this Koana Coffee.
Oh,
Yeah, they bought them in 2022. Now, if this is correct that he'd been, it says a manager, so maybe this just isn't correct. But if he had an association with it, then you're like, oh, that makes sense. No wonder.
oh, and look who's here.
Hello,
Hi, Fabio.
where am I?
You are here on the, well, now technically should be 3 accountants, 1 gap. No, it's 2. It's still 2. It's still 2. I am not an accountant, so
Who are you?
yet. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'm just a guy.
Why is Mr. Portman in the chat?
Mr. Portman?
Oh,
I'm confused.
where is the wall art you promised?
Oh, yeah, Kiwi Sam. Yeah, in the live chat.
All right, what are we discussing?
Data aggregators, or not
Yeah.
aggregators, but like tools for due diligence.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, you have catching up to do, Fabio. You've just really stepped into it now. So Andrew gave 2, Andrew, which was Twitter or X, for different ways to get news. And you also mentioned Ticker Terminal and companies' investor relations specifically. I mentioned SEC Edgar. I mentioned Justia, and now we're talking opencorporates.com.
Okay.
Yeah, this is more of like a rough attempt at person with minimal resources trying to do some due diligence on some key party risk people. Just making sure you do what you can to.
And you did an example?
No, I didn't do a full-on example. Just mentioning these as just topics for people that are clueless on, like, hey, I think this trademark or IP is very, very important, but I don't know when the cliff is. Oh, well, there's Justia. Maybe that is a resource that can help. Or hey, like this company's really small. I don't necessarily know if this person has the or this news source claims they used to be so and so at this company, but I do know their name. Maybe I can validate them as a news source or validate, a manager's pedigree, as opposed to just blindly, trusting and hoping that LinkedIn is on the level or seeking help.
I was seeking off because you don't want to overlap with the ones you guys already mentioned. Seeking off finchat.io.
Oh, did not mention those ones. Yeah. If you wanted to mention them, by all means.
I think Seeking Alpha. I don't know if the free one allow you to see the news, because the news is pretty good at spitting stuff out.
I don't know.
It's fairly good. Also, your own broker, depending, like Fidelity's is really good.
For what?
You have Fidelity for getting news on your stocks, like
breaking
news comes out. Really good.
Yeah.
I know that for Merrill, you have to go on the Merrill Edge Pro. Fidelity might have something very similar. On Merrill Edge Pro, you get really instantaneous stuff. You see a lot of different KPIs and different data points, ownership, all for free, all included. Trying to think who else.
Finchat.io also. Let's not completely gloss over them. Competing service to Ticker.
Yeah, except Ticker, I think, has a better free version than FinChat's free version.
Oh, well.
I think FinChat's is a little bit worse, but the paid version, the top one.
Yeah. FinChat seems really cool.
It is really cool.
It has a lot of additional features that, like, a Ticker wouldn't. Ticker's more of a data aggregator. FinChat, from what I've seen, seems really cool.
Bro, Alex is hilarious.
Alex?
Hey Dan, I took your advice and this is obviously a joke. For those that don't know Dan, he has
That's
been
too
rather
funny.
yeah.
Thanks, I took the tip. I can't
Yeah.
wait to watch my portfolio grow. This amazing undervalued cutting edge.
Yeah, that is definitely a joke. 'Cause
So Andrew, turns out that it wasn't a 1 quarter issue.
It wasn't. So it turns out that like you can't blame SAP as. What was it? Did they say the ERP system was the issue again?
It was that it wasn't fully corrected and people ordering less fries, to paraphrase. Look like that there's a term for it in the industry. It was like share per plate, something like that. It was going down, and it was going down where people before thought hey, extrapolating the current situation out into the future, people thought the COVID share per plate was going to stay.
Oh, they took the current and extrapolated out into the future.
Mm-hmm. But now the valuation has contracted a lot, so I'd wait for a little bit more, maybe.
Well, the thing about a company like this is, people always look at charts going down, and reminds of a famous Peter Lynch quote: "It's already gone down so much. How much more can it go down?" And then you pull up something like this, and you're like, "Oh Lord." Like, it can go down a lot more.
We haven't talked about this, you and I think. Were you there with the other conversation? Like, what happened here? This is crazy. This is
a lot.
I think Intel's almost uninvestable now.
What happened?
So basically, the thing that Prisley and Jesse were complaining about, or no, McBuda as well. Pat was lying in previous earnings calls, and they were calling him out for it, and they were telling us, right? There were plenty of voice calls within the club that they were saying, hey guys, like Pat's like lying.
Okay, so you have to back up because I never really cared about Intel. I never thought it was interesting. So what was he lying about?
He was lying about where they were at and where the issues were coming from within their designs. So like how far advanced they were. Turns out the truth has come out that it wasn't the OEM's fault. They were saying it was the OEMs that were causing the issue, that they were misconfiguring their boards and stuff, and that Intel their design was fine. There was no issue. No. And so that they thought they were saying it could be fixed with software, etc. No. It's Intel. Their design has a grave error, an irreparable error. So now Intel is really far behind, and they're poised to lose tons of market share. The OEMs are pissed, and our favorite word, what's happening to CrowdStrike? Lawsuits.
Yeah.
Lawsuits, baby. The lawsuits. The OEMs are...
There's a certain YouTuber who loaded the boat up today on this stock too.
You're joking. Who?
I'll private chat it.
No, let me guess. It rhymes with everything money.
No.
Oh,
Well, Bacon, that is so... Oh my God.
that is hilarious.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is crazy. So, yeah, and McBuda said they're constantly overhyping their products, overpromising regarding timeline, which they are not holding, etc. So that's other stuff. But just like Pat lying about the other things, it's kind of, I don't know if I can trust him. It's not the same issue with CrowdStrike. I think CrowdStrike was a mistake. It's going to cost them a lot, but there's a price that you could probably argue that they're worth even after the costs.
Yeah.
Intel, you can't even trust. I can't trust management team. If management team tells me something is going to be done by a certain time frame, how do I know that they're telling the truth? They've mismanaged it thus far. It's just, and if something's wrong, I know they're not going to be honest with me at all.
Yeah.
Not until they're caught with their hands bloody.
And for recording purposes, granted, this does not help Intel's market share by any means, but they also have been losing market share to what's on the screen right now.
No, it's going to get worse, though. Way worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I fully believe that.
So
I agree.
the 13th and 14th generation Intel CPUs, they're all flawed. They have nothing on the new architecture that is worth its salt. All of it's on the x86, and going forward, it's just like, wow.
This is why I think unless you know this stuff pretty well, or you know someone that knows this stuff pretty well, touching semis is like so dangerous.
I want to push back on you, Andrew, for just a second on that. But pull up Intel next to AMD right now. My point is, you know how that market efficiency, that markets are perfectly efficient. I mean, with this, it's been pretty efficient. Go back even 5 years. Like the market was telling you something's definitely different between these two.
I wish I could show like the total market cap changing over time. That'd be a really cool thing if I could like.
You can. Do you have Seeking Alpha or on Ticker? You
No.
can do it. You can do it on Seeking Alpha.
I don't have Seeking Alpha.
Here, let me pull it up on Seeking Alpha. It'll take me just a couple seconds.
But you're okay with you think you're fine to invest with in semis if you don't understand it?
No, I'm saying this was almost like a left of bell curve reasoning. And you would have been very right. But because the market was you could have bought it later. You didn't have to buy it exactly 5 years ago. Well, actually at 5 years ago it was already huge, because if you go even further back, I think past in like 2018, 2019, it was already.
Was it that left of bell curve reason? Like if people in the club were saying this is happening.
Oh, no. That wouldn't be. I'm saying just looking at the chart and going, like what I just did with you, that's left of bell curve reasoning.
Oh, no.
AMD's going up more, therefore I'm going to buy that one.
No. What I was saying was the reason to not invest in semis unless you understand it is things like this. Like,
yes.
Oh, do you need to go outside? I'll be right back.
That's my attitude.
Yeah, I'll pivot to Fabio's. Woof. Alrighty. So yeah, good old market cap over time.
Look at that.
Yep.
See that, and it's funny because Dan, he was short AMD the whole time. It's pretty crazy.
That is not a true statement at all.
Wow, I wonder how much. Yeah, a margin called too.
That definitely is not the case.
It's my gaslight for the day. All right. The stock performance does not care if you understand the company or not. Yeah, that's true.
No, yeah. With El Pepe.
But what he said above it was that was the stark difference. When Buddha said right above that, rarely see such a big difference between presentation and the earnings call versus reality. Yeah.
And that's it is funny because like I recognize the world is so big, and there probably are some people with legitimacy that would say you, the retail investor, should not do retail investor things because interacting with the management team is so important. Maybe some of those people would have been like, Pat Gelsinger in this case is full of crap. I already knew this before these flowery earnings calls and before all these lawsuits. Very, very possible. And at the same time, though, being able to read people is a very difficult skill in person. Takes a lot of time and experience. Probably some psychology or some understanding of psychology. And I don't claim to be an expert. So, oh no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you putting in?
Make Buddha's request.
Oh, and Carvana. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah,
that point's true.
It has been. That's why I haven't touched it since God knows how long, since my even dumber days, rather.
AMD has been pretty volatile, so it's had its dips that have been able to buy.
Yep.
But yeah.
At the same time, though, like respecting the fact that it is a cyclical business, or at least historically has been. Maybe something will change in the future, but I don't know. But historically, that has presented its own unique challenges.
What's different this time is that it seems like Intel's going to be one product cycle behind AMD, which is really different now. So that wasn't the case before. This time is different. And so that could have a spiraling impact on Intel's capabilities to keep up with R&D. So if they're one product cycle behind AMD, AMD has a massive advantage. They already had an advantage. So that's what we need to understand. They already had an advantage over Intel. Now the advantage has just, I don't know how to quantify it, but it's substantial.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So like I am genuinely like, I wouldn't be brave enough to buy Intel even at this lowest price in a very long time, just because I can't quantify how much business they're actually going to lose on both the OEMs, so the consumer side, and the data center side. I can't with any degree of confidence buy their shares. AMD looks poised to keep winning. And TSM looks like they're not going to worry. Maybe more Samsung won't have to worry. So
At what point does do Samsung chips have a better reputation than Intel's chips?
I mean,
I'm joking around, by the way.
which I think we should.
Semiconductor experts don't yell at me.
No, I think we should heavily consider any dip in the semi equipment space, because capex isn't slowing down. Not all of them, because maybe some more than others, but it doesn't look like capex is slowing down, and entities like AMD and Nvidia are still poised to do quite well. I'm not buying in Nvidia. I can't get behind the valuation, but AMD here can take a lot of market share in two business lines.
I don't know. Some people. Sometimes I wonder: has buy the dip culture gone too far?
Well, there's always value traps.
Yeah, that too.
Yes, I was going to say that's true for value traps. Which ones are value traps? Intel clearly was one.
Oh yeah.
Still is probably is what you're saying.
Yes.
People are going to buy it right now. People are going to be like.
Yeah. Every price movement, every tick down, someone had to buy.
Do we want to show you the value trap from Wall Street Bets? The guy that bought that?
Oh no, please, my heart.
You know, it's right, Fabio?
Yeah. Wait, the Intel, the guy who put $800,000 in Intel.
Yeah, was it 800 or 700K? Because I think the 800 was 8. Okay.
Like the whole thing. The Wall Street Bets is going ape shit with this. It's
laughing at another person's misfortunes. It's sad. Even though I have done it from time to time. Alrighty.
Like this is Intel guy's dad confronts him.
Oh, you got to raise the volume or share the audio.
I don't think they have audio actually on this. I think they just
No. When you share your screen, you got to make sure that audio is.
But like, I don't even hear audio.
Oh. Okay.
But anyways, like they're just it's them just crapping on him. There's a bunch of where are those Intel gains at? Oh, he had puts. Thanks, Intel ripped that guy's grandma. It's all just them there. For grandma. Intel.
Oh my gosh, dude.
This is my favorite. Only 700K Intel hold might be our own no. 1.3 million.
Wait, are they laughing? What?
Why do people do
on what?
This stuff with money?
Wait.
Oh, he bought just now.
Phil, no, well, because then he sold. He bought 70,000, limit 2340, sold 10,000 market. Dude, look at this. He bought a limit. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get my fill. And then he panic sells $3 later. Like, get me out.
Let me out.
What did Intel finish the day at?
Oh
Not
wow,
great.
2148.
so he sell at the daily bottom. Nice.
I'm sorry. You could tell me it's one of those like price to book deep value plays. I'm not interested. Like in the future is what I'm talking about.
What's the book value here?
Yeah, this was
It's at
my
2489. 2489 is the book value. It's below book.
For those that aren't fully filled in. A guy inherited 700,000. He's a freshman in
800.
college.
It was 800.
He inherited $800,000 from his grandma as a freshman in college. A freshman in college with $800,000. And instead of taking out $300,000 and like blowing it on like a sports car, like a normal college kid, he puts it on Intel stock.
You know, people crap all over T-bill and chill, but there are worse options.
He put him right here. He put it in like right here, didn't he?
Huh? So he lost 200 some odd thousand.
This actually, Dex is asking a good question. Do you think the government would bail out Intel and keep them?
100%.
I hate that.
Though.
I hate
They
that,
have to,
though.
right?
100%. Yeah. Because the thought process is we need an American fab. But although TSM is building American fabs.
Doesn't matter.
So it's the imagery of Intel being an
Well,
American company.
No, it's not just that. It's that Intel is the company that does a lot of the chip supplies for the American defense system.
Yep.
Why do you think there's an Intel plant right next to Sandia Labs?
Yeah.
And because if you think about it, the government doesn't want a Taiwanese company, like, you know.
If it gets a bailout, honestly, there should be a government share to like ruin the whole entire thing. Like if you're gonna government control it. Be done with it. I don't like the entire thing altogether, obviously, but
Yeah.
if it had to.
Yeah, Bacon's advocating for military intervention on Intel.
I honestly, part of me starting to wonder if the Army Corps of Engineers might do a better job than this flaming turd.
Bacon dictator for a day. Send the Marines. Take over the facilities.
Hoorah. Hoorah.
At this point, honestly, like you would expect Marine Corps personnel to like bang rocks together and produce chips that overheat and are flawed by design. God.
Did you do that because of the comment? You thought you could be sly. You thought you could be sly about it. You thought I wouldn't notice. I am observant.
Anyways, back to due diligence tools. Any other candidates out there for people? Because I have an interesting one.
Well, it's
friends and family.
I mean, I said community, like Discord.
Yeah.
Good accounts on Twitter, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're seeking alpha accounts. I don't know.
All right, my candidate, and this might spark some controversy. RatingView. When it comes to a budget-friendly approach to technical analysis.
Actually, trading economics, which autofilled, that's a really good one too.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's Andrews. Yeah, TradingView. Yeah, they have a desktop application, a phone application.
Why is Alex Hanold? Why is? Do you know what this
point
is?
To use a paid version for TradingView?
You have like the ability to do more.
I just want to back charts. Wait. Maybe you guys said, do you know who this guy is?
Nope.
Hey, rock climber?
He's a rock climber.
Mark? Yeah.
So like, I don't know why he's like the spokesperson for
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
I know
really
why.
above
It's because like
but-
he's there for when you fall off the cliff with your stocks.
Oh,
But
hopefully
so
people have
like
good
so how does
carabiners.
so it's just like is it TA mostly?
It's mostly TA. Granted, yes, they have moved on with like ability for screeners and some fundamental analysis, but really what people usually do it for is technical analysis. And yes, your broker may provide a good one. There, of course, if you have real proper money, good old
Yeah.
Bloomberg terminal will help you out.
Well, okay, let's not
But
get crazy.
I am far too poor for that. So
By the way, this guy had like one of my favorite answers to like, do you make good money? Because like he was like presenting in front of a class because there's a documentary on him on Netflix,
yeah, he's like, I
and
got
probably
Bloomberg
will like that.
terminal.
And the kid's like, do you make good money? He's like, I make the money of like a fairly well paid dentist. I was like, yes, because everyone knows what that means. um,
But yeah, like if you do like the idea of the
oh,
dark
so
arts,
people like post stuff on here too.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
they,
yeah. There's ways to do that. I couldn't care less for that because squiggly lines on chart memes. The funny thing that I've noticed with technical analysis is no matter what system or setup you have, there's always someone that will say you're dumb. You got two technical analysis people or three together in one room, they'll probably disagree.
Trying
This
to
was not-
find.
I was literally looking at shorting this the other day.
Oh well. In theory, any number.
No. The
zero.
problem was it was too much cost to borrow. It was an easy
Oh.
short, too much cost to borrow. That was the issue.
Oh, okay, crowded short.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. Yeah.
I'll show you like there's some good YouTube accounts too that you can go for good research. So I'll show you my favorite.
Wait, I'm laughing because you're so right. I just went on Lululemon. Two guys are disagreeing right here. This guy says, buy zone, Lulu, 177, 164, real support line. Trust me. Guy responds to him, buy zone, Lulu, 218, 220, real support line. Trust me. That's the funniest interaction.
Like I said, you bring at least two or three together, you'll get bare minimum 2 or 3 different opinions.
Is Lulu a value trap?
Oh, you want to talk about that? Lululemon?
Uh,
Lululemon?
Lululemon?
Lululemon.
yeah, if I didn't say it, then wouldn't that be awkward?
Megan, how much are you buying of Lululemon?
As of right now, none.
Damn, what a
So Lululemon
bold
kind of
statement.
falls into like, I don't know, the trends the consumer group for Lululemon can change so quickly, and I don't have like my finger on the pulse in that market. That's my issue.
Yeah.
So what's
I
going
mean,
on with them?
growth is just how much more can they grow, honestly? Is the real question.
Well, I mean, like, how much more can yoga pants grow? But like, I don't know.
They're getting into shoes now.
Oh,
So
wow.
the shoe
Wow.
business, yeah.
While you're looking at something, quote unquote, dividends.
What? I don't know, man. Do people like these?
I've spoken to some girls about it. They seem to like it, but yeah.
No, I guess they don't look as bad as like the picture that I first looked.
They're doing two kinds. They're doing like actual like that, and then one's meant for like running. Because remember, the whole point of
Expensive.
Lululemon attire is like you can wear it in the office, but you could also work out in them.
Their shoes are cheap.
Yeah. Andrew's I might buy some.
That is brand damage, good sir. That is not cheap. It is cost effective.
Why is it
It's actually on discount, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Why is it not on such a massive discount? Does that mean inventory bloat? Bearish? Oh,
well,
that's
your
why. No, it's
answer's
because
there.
it's
Oh,
guys
it's size.
drive-
It's
yeah.
size.
yeah, your
no,
answer's
there
there.
is-
They're sold out actually.
Yeah.
the other sizes.
Yeah, that
I was
yeah,
looking
you
at this and I was like,
always
oh,
got to
it's
be
the
careful with
size.
that. people, when
No,
you
I'm
go
telling
through
you,
on it.
like I've spoken anecdotally. I've spoken to like 5 girls on the Lululemon shoes, and they like it. They've all bought them.
I mean, they look pretty cool. You think I can fit my feet into a woman's 5.5?
Well, look at the men's. Go look at the men's shoes.
How dainty are we talking?
You clicked on that one because it's $59. Let's be real here. You were
No,
just
I
like,
think
no
that-
way.
I
It's
think it was the
59 bucks.
black. I like the black color. But
Oh, the
okay.
black, yeah, goes well with anything. But go for like yeah, those white ones there.
These ones?
Oh, women's. Those are women's.
Whammons. If only there was a refined results button on Google that allowed for men's.
Maybe I can just click on their website.
Yeah, it's only there was that button right there.
Yeah, or this works. This works, Andrew.
Yeah, this works too.
Why is this all just default to women's? It's almost
Well,
like
it's
men aren't their
Lululemon.
primary customer.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Becky spends a lot of money, and
Yeah.
Kyle will still spend at Lululemon for Becky.
Well, or Becky will force Kyle to spend at Lululemon.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Kyle will be like, my girlfriend looks good in Lululemon. I'm gonna go buy some Lululemon. And maybe
Really?
then
Is
Kyle goes, I might buy myself some Lululemon. But yeah, they're getting into shoes.
I found out that I'm not in style because I like wearing like socks that don't go above the ankle, like ankle socks. And apparently that's like very out of style. It means you're old.
No, I've never been in style, as we can tell by
I never
all
even
the
when
live
I was a
streams.
kid, I never was either. I never cared. But I was just like, I wouldn't wear that. Oh.
No,
Anyways,
but ignore the socks. How do you like the shoes?
these shoes.
I've tried them on, and they're comparable to the Nike on. No, it's not a Nike. The on clouds are really comfortable. The Hokas are really comfortable. These are there. They're like
I would buy
Really
ons
worse.
before these because these are relatively the same price. Yeah.
Oof.
In fact, my wife and I were talking about buying ons.
My wife.
I recommend it.
Well, especially for
on-
her
on
because
clouds.
she's now in her 3rd trimester. So
Oh
like
yeah.
for
Important.
helping walking around and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very. I'd say do it.
Do you think On is going to go into the apparel business too, like hard? Because it looks like they are going into it.
That's been my I don't
There you go, Andrew. Thanks, Kel.
let Andrew be a dad.
No, you know what's funny is because the Gen X was wearing the socks high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You look at they wear the other brand, New Balance.
Yeah.
New Balance with the socks real high. The khaki shorts.
But yeah, Lulu. I don't know. I already have enough exposure to consumer discretionary to make any normal.
What are you
sane
exposed
person aware.
to?
You already know, Fabio.
Wait,
Why must
what-
you claw this out of me?
What do you? I
These
can't
are pretty cool looking.
put my finger on it.
No, you can't.
Hmm.
I like that it was blurry for a brief moment there. No, you had to
Wow,
like
it's
throw it a little bit.
like-
Okay, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
You know, what's
Yeah. Wait, why are you wearing those when you have access to ons and are in a
I'm in the comfort of
superior tax
I'm in the
bracket?
comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
These things are so disgusting.
Look, it's
Yeah,
just,
but
wanna
they
throw up.
they have top line and they have margins and they have cash flows and
I literally want to throw
It's-
up on
it's-
What
it's-
the fuck is that? Oh my gosh.
dude, that is the future.
This
by
is
the way,
literally
for-
this is literally idiocracy. Like what?
Is that meant to run in? Like, what is this for?
It's a tennis. It's a tennis shoes. They're like runners.
Yeah.
Right? Or yeah, sneakers. So I guess because like these look okay. These look
Wait,
fine.
what? Those are Crocs?
yeah, these are Crocs.
Yeah.
Click on those.
Yeah.
No
They're
way. They're making normal looking
Those
shoes
are-
now.
These, well, these almost look like water shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's pump the brake
The
on.
holes
Like,
in them and everything.
yeah, like 'cause when I hear normal, I hear like
I'd wear
sneaker
these though.
tennis shoe type. But
Whatever that is not normal.
thank you, Andrew.
What do you mean everyone buys Hey Dude? I don't know a single person who wears Hey Dude frozen IKEA. Therefore, I'm bearish Crocs. I'm shorting it tomorrow.
No, thank you.
I mean, Monday.
Honestly, from a momentum perspective, probably the right decision.
Kind of
Oh,
weird they
yes.
sell flip flops, which is like, I guess it kind of makes sense, but
Nah, like hey, if it generates the revenue and the margin.
Look at those right
They're
below
okay.
that. Right below that one. Look at that.
Yeah.
Get your wife that. Or that's a men's?
But for those that aren't aware,
Mega. No, it says Mega.
and this one, it took me a while to come around to it. The limited licensed product runs, those have been quite powerful drivers.
Have you bought any?
I haven't. No. I don't own a single pair of Crocs. I just own the commons, and I've had.
Bacon, I have so much more respect for you now.
Yeah,
Not that I didn't have respect for you before, but like it's gone up more now.
What that I'll put my money behind a
look.
company's equity, but not have the product.
See, look, this is such ingenious design. So this is standard slipper mode.
Yep, and then
sport mode.
Yeah, thank you, Fabio.
From speaking of kids, so people keep on telling me you're gonna want Crocs for your kids. So, like obviously not when they're newborn, but like once they're like 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean,
look at you.
It's easier to put on than like putting a shoe on and off.
Yeah. So, anyways, though, the only reason why Crocs got brought up was not because of me or me wanting to reference it. It was more so of, hey, Lulu, maybe there's something there, maybe not. Apparel's difficult. Got to respect the nuances of like how important distribution is, and so on and so forth. And because everybody knows about brand awareness and how fickle the customer can be. So, just keep aware of those details. Do your best. If you want to sit on the sidelines, that's always cool.
My TA says that Crocs is probably going down to like, let's see. Here it went up to 120. It's probably going down to like 100 flat.
Oh, okay. That's tolerable. I'd still have unrealized profit.
It's very, very, very technical TA. What I do is I say, here's Mount Crocs 1. Because then here's Mount Crocs 2. And now we're coming down Mount Crocs 3.
I like that you pulled up the max chart, because when people say Crocs is a fad, if we go all the way to the inception, that bump, that was definitely like where you would say this is a fad, have all the legitimacy in the world. But the fact that the company survived enough.
Do you guys remember Crocs from 2007? I don't even think I remember them.
Yeah, I remember. I was aware.
I don't.
Like a lot of people were like, "This is silly. This is stupid. It's a fad," and like naturally, stock price reflected such. But you get your inventory management in control, and are relatively sensible. You have a healthy looking price chart. Then you do bad M&A for now. It may take longer. Maybe it works out in the end, but who knows? And you produce that price chart. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, that's enough about that. Fabio, your due diligence tool that you would like to shout out.
Oh, FinChat. Stock Seeking Alpha. Stock Twits, Stock Twits.
Oh God,
Stock Twits is great.
That's just the morale booster. That's just you unloading steam from the day.
Let's see what they have to say about Lulu. They probably have some good.
Only the best of takes.
Okay, what else, Fabio?
The most thoughtful and nuanced.
Stock Twits. You already said Twitter. Yahoo message boards.
Yahoo Finance.
Yeah.
I mean, we are aware of someone that may or may not work, at Yahoo Finance.
Feeling like I got robbed. Okay, so according to StockTwits, we rip this back to 250 next week, no question. But also, according to this, we'll scale it in again around 205 and need patience.
Yeah.
I will say this website's really good too if you want to look at commodities or something like that. Trading economics.
Oh yeah.
I don't
What
know
do you
if
feel
guys-
about Frozen IKEA's comment, Andrew?
Nuance.
I don't know if he's serious or not. I've made a lot. I have margin. So like, if I still held con, I couldn't have short as much Sonder as I did. I couldn't, and I wouldn't have money to buy things I'm buying right now. Puts, calls, whatever. So there's like there was an opportunity cost because for con right now, as an example, so most brokers once the stock drops below 250, which is a key level for a certain stock today, you have to keep $2.50 of margin for it, basically. So for con, as an example, it's at 18 cents. I would be having to keep $2.50. So I should do it like this. I'd have to keep 14 times the collateral for con right now. It's not worth it. I mean, it's not that like, if you don't have anything necessarily better to do with it, I guess you can leave it. The other issue is you can run into liquidity problems.
Yeah. I wanted. Oh, go ahead, Fabio. You okay?
Sorry. I just want to say, like, for people like Emperor Sauron who have interactive brokers and they have portfolio margin, I think he has like a much higher amount of margin he can take on than someone like myself, who I can only take on for shorts a little bit over my portfolio value.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me.
The issue.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to also add, like, nuance really, really matters. And being aware of what could go wrong, especially with your broker, is so critical. As an example, I forgot what exact moment that a one Mr. Mark Cahotes referenced, but if he's operating at a pro, like fund manager level, and his broker screws him out of a short, what's to stop your broker from the rinky-dink retail investor from getting your face pushed into the dirt if things wherever things go. So having a good exit strategy may be a good idea, probably a good idea. Just food for thought. Maybe I'm too much of a coward, but that's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, and like this is actually a good point to bring this up, is that your broker does matter.
Yeah,
I found this here, like the best stock brokers, because like for example, interactive brokers, you can probably get more margin, but you always have a higher cost to borrow there, and things like that. So I guess to summarize, I don't feel like I left money on the table. I don't know if either of you do. But
because I bungled my exit, I know I left money on the table, and everybody knows that odds are, until I refine strategies and details and get more comfortable with things, I will continue to leave money on the table. But hopefully, I leave less money on the table going forward. And I don't ever plan on being a smash and grabber. It's more so that I just don't want my broker to screw me.
Yeah.
Try and
Look
minimize
at Robin
the
Hood's score. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Imagine.
Well, to be fair, like some of the things I feel like they're getting marked down for don't matter. At least for me, like the research tab. I mean, I guess it's nice to have, but you don't need that. Ease of use 100, mobile trade. They should be 100 for mobile trading. I think that's BS.
Yeah.
That Fidelity is higher than them for mobile trading.
Oof.
What are you doing? Commissions and fees. I guess you get bad fills there.
I am surprised that Schwab ranked highly overall.
I don't know. Look at SoFi.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. If we're going to include SoFi and Robinhood, I guess that evens things out some.
And in public, I don't even know what that is. They had
Oh,
Merrill Edge
they're a
ranked
newer
pretty
one.
high. So
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, anyways,
No,
So-
Merrill's. I'm very happy with it.
I know you are.
Andrew, don't worry. You just call on me. Look to the east, and I'll help out Sand.
Do you see someone put a floor on that today? Did you see that?
A floor or a ceiling?
Floor.
Oh, they kept buying it at 250. Did
Yeah,
it
probably
stay
looking to get out.
flat there?
Mm-hmm.
Like it stay there for minutes or hours? Sorry.
Because it's a recording.
Right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Things can and do change, for sure.
Yeah. So.
Well, come Monday, if it goes above that, I will come in and I would just wipe the floor with it, just for you. I have a lot of fire.
Did you see the stuff on Andrew Left?
Who's that?
The short seller that's getting like charged?
Yeah, Citron Research fame on Twitter.
I'm going to make I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think what Roaring Kitty did with buying all those GameStop options and doing all that stuff was way more detrimental to people than what this guy did.
What do you do? What is he accused of doing?
Smash and grabbing.
Between that and also...
He was to be fair, he was very dishonest. Go ahead.
Yeah, like also accused, because again, innocent until proven guilty. He was accused also of taking money from certain funds to also kind of, do a little bit of smashy and grabby.
Yeah, so like funds would pay him to push out research reports on things they were short. But like he would say stuff like, "Oh, I'm short this company. My target exit price is $20." Let's say the company's trading at $60. Report comes out, company goes on to $55. He covers, so he buys it back. Also, what he would do is there's some proof that he would go on like CNBC and talk about a company. There's a couple instances where they're like, "Okay, you're still short this company," and he's like, "Well, we took a little bit off the table." And like
what's his name again?
Andrew Left. I am Andrew Right.
War does not determine which Andrew is right or wrong. It determines which Andrew is left.
No, it's him.
What do you mean it's him? Oh, you said, "Oh, it's him."
I know this man.
Yeah. As in, like,
do you want to hear like the funniest or kind of like saddest part of this? I guess.
Yeah.
So he's running Citron Research, which also had funds, right? Because he'd say we're short this, we're doing that. He acted like he was a fund with people's money, but it was just his own money he was trading.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, the where I know him from is Muddy Waters.
What did Muddy Waters do?
I think they've collabed before in the past, and I've seen him.
I don't think all his stuff was
completely dishonest.
I don't think all his research was bad either. I think he called Lemonade a fraud and like a shitco.
Yeah.
I don't think a fraud, but he said they were a shitco. He got famous because he was short GameStop.
Yep.
But to me, what Roaring Kitty did with like buying a shitload of calls and then trying to pump GameStop was just as bad and probably led to more financial harm to people than him.
Certainly has had ripple effects, because how many bad quote unquote investment ideas or theses, if you can call them those, have pivoted around short squeeze.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. So, yeah, it's just, I think that guy's done more damage than this guy. But, okay, yeah, if he was, like, doing stuff like that, like, who cares?
Hey, shout out Plain Bagel. And Patrick Boyle, because he also did content on that one.
Yeah, because 51 investigative reports against S&P 500. No, you're right. Andrew Left actually got banned from the Hong Kong markets or like from being in Hong Kong because he did short reports on companies there.
I mean, shout out to the man
So,
for knowing his IFRS.
I'm like you said, we haven't heard anything, about it hasn't been proven or anything. To
Mhm.
me, this seems like to me it seems weird. I feel like there's a lot larger scams for like the government to be going after. Like if what he did is true, it's like okay, so like there's
No, Muddy Waters is being included in this. Oh no, I had such respect for them.
Oh no, yeah, because Muddy
Yeah.
Waters understood the concept of the nuances.
I don't know. We'll see about this. That's right. Andrew left. He got banned from Hong Kong by saying Evergrande was a fraud.
No, but you know, it,
Dude, he was right.
yeah,
So like that's the thing is it's like this guy, it's not like he's like a scammer. And the thing that's crazy to me is there's that AMC scammer guy who totally should have gotten what was his name?
But how do we know if it's actually smashes and grabs or if it's not like I changed my mind and I want to take capital out?
Right. Well, and,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Well, that's the thing, right? And I mean, I guess the thing is you should update people and say I've closed the position, maybe.
Do you really have the are you really forced to do that?
I don't think so. That's why I'm saying like I don't think this is why going back, I don't think this is that big of a deal. So it's saying 19 court and like securities fraud in line to federal investigation. Well, if he lied to federal investigators, but he allegedly took contrary trading positions to his public recommendations to reap quick profits. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
This is a Wikipedia page. They don't know what they're saying.
Again, due process matters, and of course, sure, the public opinion or individual opinion will matter, because there are popular people that I do not like at all, and I'm sure plenty of people will have very
Okay.
different opinions.
So here's the other thing too. Him doing his shared this has a lot of nuance, I think. It's saying accused that left shared his planned announcements with at least 2 hedge funds. And like I said, if he did that, okay, fine, like that's wrong. But so there's companies or there's situations where let's say left is saying, yo, I know like this really it's almost like getting paid. It's almost like the hedge funds funding you for the research, right? If you go to them and say, hey, I have this really good report, but like for some reason you can't take the position yourself. So you work out a deal with the hedge funds saying like basically they're giving you money to do the short almost. Like you get a percentage of their profits. I think that's fine. Like I think there's a lot of nuance and I haven't looked at the court documents. There's a lot of nuance that could prove him innocent or guilty. Who knows?
Yeah, because I'm no lawyer, but freedom of speech does matter. Due process does matter, but there are also things like truth in advertising. But then again, is it incumbent upon the SEC to bring that charge to him, assuming that they are? Again, I'm no lawyer. I haven't even really looked at this case because I've looked at far more other, in my view at least, stressing things. So I'm kind of clueless, and by kind of I mean very clueless.
Yeah. Like he had some big hits. This Long Top Financial, like the company got fraud from the SEC. Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Published reports on 18 Chinese companies, 16 of which experienced 15 of them experiencing drops over 70%.
I mean, they're all frauds. I mean, not all
Yeah.
of them. Most of them are frauds.
A healthy amount for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I still hold though that the Roaring Kitty guy did way more damage than this guy to people.
Interesting one. One for the statisticians and economists to
well, I mean,
look at.
you know when people were someone bought this up to here.
Oh yeah. Mm.
You know, like,
Are they
similar to-
realistically going to get that back?
or I mean, like, this
Yeah.
was all. This one's bad, but there's a guy though that, like, anyways, doesn't matter. We'll see what happens with the lawsuits. So yeah.
Are we wrapping it up with due diligence tools?
Yeah, I mean, like, it is free for all Friday, so
Okay. Did we want to go in order of the title or not?
I mean, we can say, we can ask the question, are we going to a recession? Because the Q&A just kind of just mean, like,
Yeah.
if you want to ask questions, you can
Interactive.
throughout it. Yeah.
Did
Are we-
anybody want to do the macro one? Because I'll briefly do a soapbox if you guys wanted to defer.
I'll ask Fabio, are we going into recession?
Yes.
Bacon, are we going into recession?
All right, soapbox time. Two accountants, one gap, not economists, for one. And your textbook definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of contracting GDP, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
The textbook definition.
Well,
Now,
yes.
Yeah. So the textbook components of what makes up gross domestic product, that's one that's a little nuanced. So no profound takes from me there. But what people, when it comes to internet talking heads or typing heads, fingers, will often do is like, oh, hot macro take, short the housing market because blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, hot macro take, you should like get out of stocks and go all into gold because XYZ. And like, no. I really do hope that, especially when there are new timer people, like, just really try and grasp and wrap your head around how big the numbers are. Like national debt, yeah, really big, really scary number. Part of me, like on a political sense, doesn't like it as big as it is. That being said, gross domestic product, tax take, other details, economic activity, big numbers as well. And more importantly, like we like to think in linear causal things where the world is not necessarily a closed loop system. It's not a controlled necessarily environment. Where like you can't just be like, oh, XYZ, this is going to happen. Rates go up, down, therefore, this automatically is going to mean more demand for this or less demand for this. Because the nature of contracting GDP, by the textbook definition, has any number of inputs and any number of first order, second order, third order effects. And that's what, whenever anyone says something or asks me my opinion, I immediately default to, well, what are we talking about here? What are we envisioning? What scenarios do we see playing out, and why? Maybe not. I have no idea. I generally avoid macro like the plague, and that's hopefully as much macro as anyone gets from me. But you should respect macro because risk-free rates matter, and risk-free rates matter because they are the bedrock of so much financial modeling. Take it away, someone else.
Yes.
Okay, we're going into recession. All right, now, if we are going into recession, gentlemen.
Well, at the minimum,
yeah,
it's going to feel like we currently are in the feeling that it's a recession for a lot of people. As almost everyone here knows, I'm not bullish on consumer discretionary. I'm very, very bearish, and I'm positioned that I think that you stay away from consumer discretionary. You look at staples, you look at utilities, although someone pointed out to me that utilities haven't done well in the last 2 recessions. It looks like the run up, but there's only one utility I'm interested in anyways. And so I do think we're going to go into recession.
Alrighty. Now, what type of recession do we assess? Because the nature of each recession, because some people will probably default to, oh, 08, 07 real estate, housing, U.S. recession,
This
or
this is more, I think, this is, I think, an almost healthy recession. Now, one thing that's interesting is current Democratic. Maybe it doesn't matter because Kamala's running, not Biden. But I feel like the current party doesn't want us to be feeling that recession yet, so it might get pushed off. But this isn't going to be an '08. I mean, maybe who knows? But I don't feel like it's that. To me, this is a consumer pullback. Unemployment maybe goes up to 5-6%, and then rates get cut, money comes back, and it goes forward from there. Maybe I'm thinking way too much with the 5-6%. That sounds maybe high. Maybe like 5.5. But I don't know, like just a healthy recession. Honestly, recessions are healthy for economies. Like that's the economic cycle is there because you go through booms and you have all this expansion, and you go through busts where the businesses that shouldn't be around go away. That's my take. I cede my time.
Like Khan.
Khan had
And
people
Pavel too.
financing furniture at 23% rates.
People that poor shouldn't even have furniture. I agree with you.
No. Okay, all right. For those that don't know, Cons is was dying questionable furniture retailer that was like the U.S. South generally.
I'm the based panelist, so
Yeah,
I just I'll throw a comment out there.
No, like what I would want to press upon though is like there are plenty of budget-friendly resources like Habitat for Humanity or like the Salvation Army for like consumer discretionary needs, or consumer durables rather.
Yeah, we should
you
ban
to,
those too.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Fabio. But
we should short them too. They need to go bankrupt.
No,
like they're non-profits. They're not even publicly traded. We'll find a way. We'll go to Goldman. We'll say you will make the product for me.
Yeah. So,
Recession 6 months.
Within 6 months.
In 6 months.
In 6 months. So right after 6 months.
I'll lob one up.
I'll
lob one up for you guys.
After this election.
Yield curve. Did the yield curve do the yield curve thing?
No, it hasn't uninverted yet.
Oh, not yet. How close is it?
It's right on the dot. As soon as it uninverts, we're game.
Okay. All right. So, and do we buy this? And what is the yield curve once and for all? Because so many people are like, it's this and this. No, it's this and this.
It's it's 2-year, 10-year.
BOGO. What if it's BOGO? Buy one recession, get one free.
Yeah, but like we've put rates and we've actually got the tool. When recession comes, it'll get fixed within a decent time frame. So, I just think
I have a pair of scissors.
I was doing work and it's on my desk and I just grabbed it.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I grab things all the time if you guys haven't noticed. I'm a fidgeter. But what were we saying? Macro?
Yield curve.
Oh, I don't know. Seems like the uninversion thing. 210 is fine. I mean, they're all gonna be roughly the same, right?
No, actually, the 3-month 10-year, for example, that Dex is pointing out, that one's far from uninverting it.
Yeah, so really the important one is the 3-month 10-year, and it's far from inverting. So we ball.
If that's the one that I think that's the one that Powell recently said, "Oh no, look at that one."
But 2-year 10-year has been the one that
it's always been the one.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-10.
Yeah,
because it's It's taken an annualized rate of interest, but with 2 years, so you get some small little, duration till, but not too much at all. It's barely any. And
Well,
then you
because
take something that's medium to longish term with the 10, and you're comparing the two.
yeah, because all like the 3 month is too close. That's just the SOFR rate essentially, because
Yeah,
there's no nuance there.
exactly. So
Um, yeah, I think Powell said that because it's just like no. It's like, sir, because this Fed messed up once with being too late to raise rates. And people are like, oh, they don't want to be too early. And I'm like, I think they want to make sure inflation's gone.
I think it's because it's not them.
Oh.
Because otherwise they're just absolutely retarded. And I don't want to assume that those very fine educated men are actually that stupid. It
So
can't
then,
be that they're always late. So you can't have it that the people with probably the best resources in the world are just like always just late. And then the excuses, but they're data driven. I'm like, what does that even mean? They're data driven. What use is being data driven if you're wrong? You're saying they're data driven. That's why they're wrong. Is some arguments I used to get. Occam's razor. Why are they always late? Why are they always early? Usually just late, but like, why are they never basically right on the actual prescription for the problem until some pain has occurred? Maybe it's not them. Maybe they're a follower.
Shout out to Occam's razor. I like Hanlon's razor, by the way.
but then
Gabriel's razor.
why are the person they following so dumb?
What do you mean the person they're following? There's not a person. It's a system.
Why is the system they're following then late?
What do you mean? The system's telling you something.
Right, but the system would tell them to cut.
It's not about their the system is moving irrespective of them. They can move.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's not.
But wasn't the system wrong in 2022?
Was it?
I mean, like it was right like a month before, but like if you look at the system, what it was saying a year out, it was wrong.
And for people like me and those like me in the chat or viewership,
what are we talking about?
Yeah, define system, please.
No, but what are we talking? I'm talking about the bond market,
the bond market,
euro dollar system.
Okay, all right.
What in 2022 was it saying?
Well, wouldn't you coming into 2022 then you would assume it would be telling you it would be raising the 10-year, it would be adjusting rates to say the Fed's going to raise.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really do that. It wasn't like coming into unless you're how far out is the bond market looking?
It's really tough to say, but it was projecting that the Fed was going to raise rates, and it did. But
what's the longest dated expiration for a bond?
Thank you for including in having a knife too.
And what's then
that? Thank you for also having a knife.
Oh no, this is a multi-tool, good sir. Oh, okay, yeah, it has. Yeah.
And then we also had the liquidity crunch that then culminated into a banking crisis. You guys remember that word, liquidity crunch?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had March 2023.
This is old CM lore.
Yeah, this is throwbacks.
So the bond market was worried about something, and it looked like it went away. And we were talking about, Prisley was mentioning this, that it looks like some banks are not really out of it, even though some of the share prices have somewhat recovered, which is bullish for some banks like NBN or First Citizens Bancorp. Jamie Dimon's been expressing concerns, but he's been kind of like a bear recently, but so people have been dismissing it, but maybe he's not.
But isn't Jamie's been bearish for what, year and a half now?
Exactly. But sometimes these things are like, Michael Burry was bearish for like 4 years.
That's true.
It takes time for things to play out, and also he's so heavily regulated that there may be an element of covering his own rear end.
This is why I don't like touching banks.
Hey, me too.
No,
Banks
banks
just
are good.
They can be really powerful. I respect that for sure. But
what do you mean banks are good?
Banks can make a ton of money.
Oh, sure. But as
Yeah.
an investor,
yes,
you don't have any banks.
I have a bank.
no, he does. Yeah.
Oh, you have one.
I
That's
have
right.
one bank. And I should have kept to my guns about the other bank because the other bank is probably going to do really well if there's a crisis. And
It,
and
it,
all
it,
parts of the thesis are going to play out, and I'm going to be like, I didn't buy my own thesis. I didn't hold it.
I think
Thesis
it's
breaker. Never started.
Wells Fargo,
what's the ticker?
NBN.
Oh, you
is
think
the
Wells
bank.
Fargo will do well? Is that what you're saying?
Because remember the original thesis was Wells Fargo. This was like 2022. Wells Fargo is in the penalty box. They're cleaning up their balance sheet on the next crisis that they'll need that player. Because think of this, Wells Fargo is like the starting team.
Mm-hmm.
So he's your starting team, and you're putting him on the bench. So that's all well and good as long as you're doing fine in the game. As soon as and you're doing it as a coach, like you're not putting him in the game. As soon as you see that you start struggling and you have a personal problem with Wells Fargo, like you just don't like Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo did something dirty, but now it's either the game or you put the player in. So you're going to put the player in. And so if you remove the asset cap at the same time when there's something going on, I don't know what it would be. That's the ultimate scenario for Wells Fargo. They're going to have one of the cleanest balance sheets of the money center banks, and they're
Mhm.
going to be able to grow and buy up assets,
I love
support other
that.
banks, etc.
I love that you said that. Wells Fargo is in on the bench when we are talking about a GSIB.
But it is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
allowed to grow.
No, I get where you're coming from.
So
Yeah.
Charlie Scharf has been basically saying, well, what assets do we want to keep? And what assets do we want to get rid of? We're going to keep the stuff that we like because we can't have more. So let's sell off the stuff that's kind of good, but not as good as this stuff. So
Yeah, but like, dude, this company has been stuck at $50 a share since I was working there. That's crazy.
it's all about when you bought it, though.
Oh, for
By
sure.
the way, for those that are clueless, GSIB, globally systematic, important bank, recognized by an international body called the Financial Stability Board.
So I don't know. I'm looking at, this whole scare now, discretionary. We've been seeing Walmart say average receipts are going down. Consumers are rejecting higher prices. We've been hearing Dollar General say the same thing. Suddenly, so we had a bunch of retailers last year saying this. We see none of that in the consumer discretionary. So I'm trying to paint a story here. None of that's happening. We see cruise lines doing great, travel's doing great. So what's that telling you? There's a disparity in the classes of citizens that are experiencing some hardship. So the low end is experiencing hardship, and always in any crisis, an economic crisis, not in like 2008 level, but any correction. The first ones, the bottom bracket, then the middle bracket, and then the middle upper bracket, and then never at the very top. Like never at the super very top. The billionaires aren't gonna. That's why Ferrari is not gonna see a
Mhm.
down year, because the Ferrari buyers are still gonna be buying Ferraris. Doesn't
Right.
matter. So then this year, what are we starting to see? So towards the beginning of the year, we started to see cracking and continued cracking in the Dollar Generals. Walmart saying the same thing, but the stock price wasn't reacting. Target. Who else? Off memory.
You're talking about people saying that the consumer is struggling? Because I have a load of people.
Companies.
Yeah, as far
Yeah,
as
yeah,
earnings call reports. But then again,
Corporate.
though, like I don't want companies or people to view that as a crutch because Wayfair, I still need to listen to the earnings call, but the feedback seems a bit hyperbole or on
Mhm.
the side of hyperbole. So
For
balance from an investor's perspective.
what did they say? Bad or good? Because Wayfair sells more expensive stuff.
Yeah, they said
right?
very bad, but they like to
Or
the
no?
point of like, oh, this like darn near explains why everything is bad for us.
Floor and decor.
Well, no. I think Wayfair saying that now makes a lot of sense. Look at what's happening to all furniture companies.
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
No,
All of
like
them.
what I'm getting at though is
It's
like,
bad.
yeah, but like I have a sneaky suspicion that if I look more under the hood on Wayfair, they haven't been operating all that great since roughly last year, maybe
Yeah,
even
but
before that. Yeah.
now the problems are going to get exacerbated. So
Mhm.
if they were bad before and they're bad now it's a life or death. Now they might die.
Yeah.
I
Floor
don't
and
know
decor
if
was another one.
Floor and Decor. Dollar Tree was saying the same thing, so their peer group was saying the exact same thing.
Concept is consumer is strong.
Clearly it was because they're doing so
Dude,
well.
I felt bad. I went to cons like with because my wife grew out and she's like, "Oh, hey, let's see if they're like there's anything cheap." And I was like, "Okay, we go there." Right, so they have on the outside closing sale, closing sale, closing sale. You walk inside, and the first thing it's like elevate your career, apply for a job today. It's like I felt bad. I guess it's because they're going through.
Oh man.
They're saying they're going through Chapter 11.
Yeah,
So if you
but
go, yeah,
Here.
because Bed Bath and Beyond went Chapter 11, Chapter 22. and then
Starbucks is
going
saying the
under.
consumer is struggling.
Food. Then I was going to say that in the next part of the narrative. Then
Mhm.
it spread to food
Yeah,
because
and-
restaurants were doing strong. Recall. Then suddenly you had McDonald's, Starbucks,
Hmm.
Wendy's, Chipotle all start talking in their earnings calls. Value proposition, value proposition, value proposition.
Yep.
Starbucks
Well-
failed. Mhm.
Well, if you think about it, it makes complete sense too, right? I'm surprised travel hasn't gotten
Oh,
hurt yet.
oh,
Has it?
that facial
Andrew.
reaction. Good
Andrew, where have you been?
Dude, well,
Where have you been?
What did booking say?
It's bad.
Okay.
sir. Yeah, take a
So
look
then
at
it has.
the stonk price also for whatever that's
Yes,
worth.
take a look at the stock price.
For whatever
Uh,
that's worth.
Booking?
Yeah, good old
Booking's
BKN.
report was guidance lowered,
Mhm.
cautious outlook. But by the way, you didn't have to even go to Booking. You know what was a cue for Booking? Delta Airlines.
Yeah, well, I said that about Delta. True. I guess. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't thinking right now because I was
Travel.
yeah. Well, that's why.
Royal
I said
Caribbean.
I was Norwegian.
Norwegian.
That's why I wasn't big. I mean, that's just why I'm saying I'm short consumer discretionary.
Today's reaction was very telling. Pull up fake aliases comment. Everyone's credit cards maxing out. Pull up American Express today.
AXP
Yeah. Pull up
down 6.
Capital One.
Cough.
Weirdly enough, though,
Yeah.
you'd think that Visa would have been punished more.
No credit risk.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
yeah,
no
that's
credit risk there.
right.
No credit
That's
risk on
why.
Visa.
Okay. I
Discover Financial.
and
And
I have an allocation to
DFS.
Visa.
DFS. Are they? Yeah, 5. But I thought they might be different because they're getting acquired. But yeah, no, they're still.
Shares. They're the merger.
Oh, okay.
But Capital One Discovery probably also getting punished.
To your point, do you know what stock was up today? 2% almost.
McDonald's.
McDonald's is up 2%.
Well, that wasn't what I was thinking, but
It is actually like
yeah, it
roughly.
was some communities, but
Oh,
Which one? Oh,
hey.
Sun Communities. Yeah.
Yep.
Trailer parks, marinas, surety of cash flows.
yeah.
Oof.
Look up KRC.
How'd it go?
Oh, KRC got smacked, didn't it?
You know why?
Well,
Past
'cause of
2 days. Because office has always been tied to the health of the
Oh.
economy.
Yeah.
what about?
I bet you if you pull up BXP, it might be the same story and the others. So then
Yeah,
in real estate, the nuance is looking for real estate that's not tied to the economy.
Thank you.
Broader economic spending.
What I will say
Oh,
though,
casinos.
MGM.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yeah, not great, Bob.
Casinos. Look up all the ones on the strip. Yes.
Do you know who had a bad report? To your point,
Who? Oh, this is an easy money stock though. It's probably going to go up. Jeremy said so.
Yeah, they were trending up quite a bit. And, I mean, everything's gone down, but to your point, my wife got a TJ Maxx credit card and the interest rate was 40%. That's insane to me. And some people let that accrue. Yeah,
Yes,
but look what was
actually,
up.
that could be a signal for that.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Look at what's up.
Pepsi,
Extra. Good old Pep.
Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Starbucks.
Was Yum was up. S-Bucks was up. Starbucks was actually up, which I don't think
Don't
should be the
agree.
case.
It's just it's running in
but also it was down a lot the day
Yeah.
before. So by the way, their guide was like same store sales down like 10%. So I don't
Exactly. No, that's actually just flows flooding into the fast food restaurants.
hmm
It's just blind buying, I believe, my opinion. We talk about travel already.
Yep.
Restaurants,
Yep.
American Airlines.
Oh no, I got this. Yeah, defense codes are up.
But the only one is
Oh,
HII.
There
Look
is
at HII.
geopolitical news also.
Yeah, well, so I was looking at this. Someone sent me this, and I didn't understand it at first, but I'll share it. It's from Biotechs. But
Good old biotech.
pizza meter is off the charts, and the bars in DC are empty near the Pentagon. Brace yourselves. I guess it means people at the Pentagon are working overtime and they're ordering pizza. This seems kind of conspiracy theories to me. Maybe it always works.
It kinda, but
Like, who tracks this? Someone. But actually, there was a comment here that's pretty funny. It was what does this mean? Pentagon's real busy for what's coming. I don't. Where was it? Oh, right here. Please don't post things like this without explanation unless you want to provoke confusing anxiety. Means the boys and girls at the Pentagon are working overtime given the situation in the ME. So I live in Maine. Ain't nothing going on here.
looking for them lobsters if you're on the coast.
Oh, I get it. That's fine.
So, anyways, HII. I don't know it. Oh, they have an earnings call though. But LMT stock. Yeah. So.
Martini.
Goleta. You know who this be really? This is why I was surprised Riley wasn't down more today. Although, like, they just have weird dynamics. But
yeah. No, it's trench warfare.
Who else would be? Remember how I was saying these guys might be really interesting.
They have near guaranteed cash flows. Yep.
And so you get rate cuts for a bond.
Emperor comment. That's what it is, by the way.
Oh, here.
Oh, on who?
Israel.
Yep.
They committed an assassination in Tehran. So the hardliners are demanding an action. And Iran's last act.
Who killed who?
Well, they didn't claim credit for it, but it was during the not coronation, but the ceremony where the president accepts his role of the leader of Hezbollah.
What?
Or,
dude,
no,
I don't know
any.
I don't know any of this.
No,
shit.
it was the Hamas leader. Sorry, it was the Hamas leader who stays typically in the UAE. They didn't assassinate him in the UAE. They assassinated him in Tehran.
Where's Tehran?
Iran. It's the capital.
As you can tell, I'm very informed in geopolitics.
So yeah. So and then they also assassinated the leader of Hezbollah, the top leader of Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Well, how does the leader of Hezbollah feel about that?
Hezbollah.
What about Hezbollah?
Hershey's.
No, you're talking about Hezbollah. What about Hezbollah?
It's a pun, a
Oh.
play on
It's a
words.
his/her joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
This is why we can't have nice things.
What is Hezbollah?
It's a terrorist organization that is a militant group and political party in Lebanon.
Yep.
Which is north of Israel.
So
Oh, I have to explain it in Catholic terms. The Kingdom of Antioch, the fallen Kingdom of Antioch.
No, I'm confused. So Israel killed a Hamas guy,
Mm-hmm.
and people in Lebanon are mad.
No. Israel assassinated the leader of Hezbollah in Lebanon. Hezbollah within Lebanon is a political party and a militant group and recognized terrorist organization globally. But it's a key figure in power in Lebanon. And just like Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah has a lot of their military installations ingrained in the civilian society. So if if Israel were to attack all of the military installations of Hezbollah, it'd be the same thing of what's
Why?
going on in Gaza, where you'd have schools with armories, etc., stuff like that, which makes it difficult. And then
There's a
McDonald's says,
reference.
just don't buy Lebanese stocks.
you also have in Tehran, the capital of Iran, during the ceremony when the president was accepting his new role, they assassinated the leader. He's the civilian leader of Hamas, because there's the military and the civilian leader. The military leader is in Gaza, and they're hunting for him. The civilian leader is in or was in the UAE. He was visiting Tehran to go to this event, this ceremony, and that's where he was assassinated. And so you have Hezbollah. The reason why the leader was assassinated was they conducted an airstrike. The airstrike hit a northern village of Israel, and it was on a soccer field, and it killed the children. And so that was a retaliatory attack. And then the other guy
glad
was
Canadians are nice. I don't. This shit is like
well, but now you have an escalation with Hezbollah, where it was already an escalation. You could argue who did what first and who deserves what, but it's escalating. And with Iran, you have a complicated political environment where you have the people who kind of want the power, but none of the noise, and then those who actually believe the Kool-Aid. They drink the Kool-Aid, and those are the hardliners that actually think Iran is capable of, doing some things that it can't. And they're demanding that Iran goes into some sort of full-out war.
I'm sure Joe Biden will fix this.
No, I mean, I'm confident our commanders will give him the proper advice, and he'll just say, "Yeah, do that."
I'm sure he's asleep, and the commanders are doing what they need to do.
Yeah,
but like, I just, if you can't, I don't pay at all attention to like geopolitical stuff or anything. I mean, I guess if a war broke out over there, what?
Here, I'm gonna be the based one on the panel again.
No. Okay, well, because I have no, like, if you can't, I have literally no idea what's going on over there.
I'm gonna say, I can't get canceled. It's okay. I'm retiring soon, anyways. It's kids playing in the sand, Andrew. It doesn't matter.
Well, what I don't get is, if we're gonna go with your analogy of kids playing in the sand.
I'm joking.
Why did one kid simultaneously like take 2 rocks and throw it at 2 kids?
Because one kid bombed the soccer field and killed a bunch of kids, and so its civilian population was like, "You got to do something about that. There's no way you're not going to do nothing about that." And then the other guy was from the very organization that Israel said when they started this war in Gaza that they're going to destroy every member of that organization. He is the leader of that organization.
So if I'm Israel, like, just thinking through this as someone who has no idea what's going on or anything, don't you just worry about Lebanon? Like, okay, that sucks. Lebanon did that. That's terrible. You take care of the person that you're currently starting a war against and worry about Lebanon later.
No, because Lebanon keeps attacking you.
They attack
And
you
we're
a
saying
lot.
Lebanon, but we should distinguish Hezbollah from Lebanon because it's a complicated political thing going on there. It's as if imagine the United States has a militia that's really strong and kind of stronger than your own government. And so we're kind of calling the militia the U.S. government, but it's not.
Oh, so
It's
did
different.
McBuda buy their bonds or the other people's bonds in Lebanon?
He bought the Lebanese government that's basically non-existent.
Yeah. Interesting.
And also there, Israel in Yemen.
Geopolitics is very messy because
Israel is basically kicking it's going to maybe kick everyone's butt around there, but we're going in and we're sending aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean to provide potential support. And we're basically making a stance that if they were to get attacked, Israel has the forces to match potentially a ground invasion from Hezbollah, but then coupled with American air superiority, it would be probably it's an offensive battle. From what I've been seeing, that's the issue is can Israel project?
So I guess there are so many things I don't get. Like, as a serious question, why does he care?
Why does what?
Maybe I'm being like too populist.
Well, because
isolationist, but why?
Well, here we go. We're gonna potentially, I don't care. Potentially, Israel acts as, in some fashion, a punching bag for the United States that absorbs a lot of the shock blows from very militant organizations in the Middle East, and acts also as a way for our resources to get and navigate through the Middle East through our ally in Israel.
Interesting.
So that's the argument that's often levied, is that without Israel, we have just the Saudis, and the Saudis can't be trusted, especially after what's coming out. I don't know if you guys saw it wasn't really much covered, but with the 9/11 victims, they demanded that the United States do something, but we're never going to do something about that because they're at the same time our allies. But it was always a known truth. It's like one of those known secrets that it was the Wahhabists in Saudi Arabia who conducted 9/11. Like they had a part to do with 9/11. And we did other things with other countries, but we didn't do it to the country that did it to us. So the families were outraged when this new, it was the footage from basically a Saudi guy was apparently filming the Twin Towers, and he had his whole setup, aiming at the Twin Towers to record the event, to record the incident. So it's the only footage we have, by the way, of the first plane hitting. It was perfectly set up from a distance, and it was not leaked out, but it was finally released. And the families were demanding that the United States take action. I'm like, well, that's a big ask. That's never going to happen. But I understand their frustration because their family members died.
It's messy too, because
this happened recently?
This happened recently, but wasn't covered. It happens around the same time that Trump almost got assassinated. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying one was
I'm confused.
Or the other, but
so
coincidence.
So what just came out? It came out proof that it was a Saudi Arabian person or group.
People knew that it was already a known secret. I think it was leaked in some other document leakage from way back when.
Okay, so oh my gosh,
but it was just confirmed
you guys are
with the unreasonable doubt.
Probably realizing how little I understand this. So why did we go to Iraq?
Eliminate a enemy potentially.
Was the people that were Saudi Arabians, were they linked to an organization from Iraq, even if they were Saudi Arabians?
No, maybe the Afghanis, but not the Iraqis.
Afghanistan, yeah. Well, this shit's too complicated. I just like the short shit codes. I don't know. Like,
yeah, the
Iraq one is very complicated.
The Iraq one was just elimination of an adversary in the Middle East who sometimes caused trouble for our oil and trade, and we've had a tussle with in the past. And it was the civilian population of the United States was amped up, so never let a crisis go to waste. You have an amped up population that's like, fuck it, blow something up, I don't care what. and you're like, oh, we can get rid of our enemy here. We can go over here, and we have the support of our population. Because this is the thing about the Americans is like, because we're a democracy or a republic,
Democratic Republic.
you know, when you lose support from the civilian population, a war does become difficult to
Mhm.
maintain. But when you do have the support of the civilian population, oh boy, just you go ham.
So
We're capable of a lot. Go US.
uh,
If we're unified on something. Just buy ExxonMobil. This is what all this is telling you. Just
I
buy-
mean, wait, actually, did it close positive on the day? Because it was like relatively slightly negative, pretty much flat.
the price of crude was down a lot today.
yeah, no, that was a joke about Exxon.
Yeah, I don't think any of the movement today was actually
Yeah,
like
it was
people are talking
pretty
about like
flat.
war stuff. I don't think it had anything to do with that. The movement today was just saying general recession. In recession, defense codes, they're not tied to the economy.
No. Well, we're guessing. It actually could have been that. 100%. It could have been that because the last time, let me just tell you, when Iran launched
Mhm.
missiles to Israel, the market crashed.
When was this?
That was when Kevin said this is the beginning of the bear market.
Oh yeah.
Dude, when was
Well,
that?
he said that multiple times, but
Go to the 1 year.
Uh-huh.
That was the dip right there. Yep, April.
Here? This was because, I mean, dude, this is such a small dip. So is this one, to be fair.
No, but I'm saying that's escalation tensions. It was believed at that point that now we're going to have an actual hot war between nations in the Middle East.
Huh.
There was a brief moment where everyone was like, we even did a live stream on it.
Mhm.
We did a live stream talking about this.
We did?
Yes, we did.
Was that there?
What was Andrew
Mhm.
there? Oh, okay.
You came in later though.
Oh yeah.
It
Because I
was
think
me,
it was
Dan,
yeah,
Bacon
Dan for
to
sure.
start
yeah.
off. You came on later.
Yep.
That
Are we
was
gonna have a hot war in the Middle East? Is that what we're saying?
look, no. I'm saying it's complicated. I'm saying that the Iranian government, majority probably, you could argue, don't want to because they don't want to die. It complicates things, a lot of things. And even it's like the Iranians are somewhat beholden to the Russians in some way, but also not, because they
Yes.
can also make some crazy action independent of them. But
Yeah.
the Russians would want us to not look at what's going on in the Ukraine. They would like us to be distracted in the Middle East so they
Okay.
can finish off the Ukraine.
Did you have a healthy social life in high school, Andrew?
Yeah, why?
If you recall, like high school drama, high school network of friends, geopolitics kind of is like that, but with bigger scale and bigger stakes sometimes.
Lots of
Where
drama and backstabbing,
yeah,
Mm.
a
like
lot
China
and
and
a
Russia
lot
right
of
now.
overlap. Yeah,
So
like you would think, oh, this person owes this person so many solids, but maybe they side with the other person in a
Dude, you're
breakup.
talking about Turkey so hard right now. The bastard NATO child.
you know,
Always
I've heard Turkey's a beautiful place to visit. Actually,
beautiful
Yeah,
place to
yeah.
visit, but they're bastards
Can be.
geopolitically.
yeah. Um,
They play both sides.
oh, fine, dude. Where is it?
But
Um,
I don't think so
so
because the Iranians want to live.
so here's a fun knock-on question, or maybe it doesn't matter because the U.S. has a very massive military, and this wouldn't matter either way. So if a hot war happens in the Middle East, U.S. has attention on the Middle East. You're saying Russia would like that because then we take our eyes off of Russia?
Yeah, no, but I don't think I think that's oversimplifying. I think Russia
Yeah.
might believe that, but
Okay.
I think that's an underestimation of the U.S. capabilities and NATO capabilities.
Because
Mhm.
this is my question then was going to be, if that holds true that we would have to focus that much there, China could go after Taiwan. But
No. Well, I mean, they still could try it, but that would be silly logic to think that the U.S. only has enough capabilities for sending things
Good.
to Ukraine and the Middle East only.
We are betting though on the rationality of an
Yes.
autocrat.
That is fair.
That's the problem because the
Yeah.
Ukraine war already doesn't really
Mhm.
make sense, at least
Yeah.
to me. I've heard arguments that are estimating why, or they're just guesses. And I'm like, none of the guesses make any sense. Their own arguments don't make any sense.
Yeah.
But
Well,
here we are.
Yeah.
And again, like it's like we're betting on the rationality of an autocrat.
Mhm.
So, our Andrew, we could be saying this, and then Xi Jinping is like, the U.S. is clearly distracted.
Yeah.
Now is the time.
well,
Invade.
and this is the only thing I do is once in a while listen to Peter Zion in the morning when I'm like waking up, but it's like a 4-minute video, very simplified.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's
Very,
going on with
very
shit.
simplified, and he's not perfect. There
No.
are rightful criticisms of him.
I saw him once when I was visiting Denver.
Oh, really?
is a-
Was he
he-
bearded?
Yeah, dude, he's like 6'5".
Yeah.
He's tall.
I guess we should look up to him.
Hey.
No, there's because Q&A.
I can't be canceled. I can take this question if
And
you
I've
want
only
me to.
heard. Here's what. I don't know what he means, like geopolitically, or
So everyone's talking about what's going to happen when Trump wins, but no one's talking about what will happen if Kamala wins. And he's saying
Right.
there's a non-zero chance of Kamala winning
Yeah.
wouldn't it just be continuation of the same?
By and large,
with
probably.
both of them, actually.
Honestly, yeah.
Well,
like,
yeah, but
Yeah.
the only difference is that if Trump gets elected, then it's probably good for Warner Brothers Discovery, because then they can sell CNN for more.
That's such a trash asset, I swear. Oh my
Dude, I
God.
know. That's why I'm excited that they're going to sell it.
But yeah, I'm of the opinion that opinions with macro
Oh.
perfectly fine. Opinions with geopolitics perfectly fine. Opinions about politics perfectly fine. But
You,
when it comes to your money, that is a great way to lose money if you like solely fixate on that. Like, my opinion.
I was listening, by the way. I think the median and average age of the CNN viewers, and this goes the same for like Fox and all those, it's like 68.
Nah, that matters though. Those people vote.
No, those people. I'm talking more as of an asset. I don't. Does it
Well,
look like
from
I give a
below.
shit about politics?
Yes.
Politics is like
Cringe.
no, it's like having it. It's the I'm not really big into like watching professional sports either. Like I'll watch them and enjoy them, but I have the same problem. It's like you get all hyped up and like emotionally up and down about something that's completely out of your control.
Well, I will say this: there is, speaking as a Venezuelan, there is a spectrum in which it doesn't matter,
Okay, well,
and then there is a point where it really doesn't matter.
Really? Yeah.
And if you're
Right.
an investor, you could get destroyed.
The most powerful voting you could do is with your feet. That is my humble opinion.
That's what I
Right.
say. I say if the U.S. screws itself up, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out
yeah,
tomorrow.
Dex knows. Dex, well, we know who Andrew's voting for, of course.
Oh, yeah. Click.
I can move
There you
to any country in the E EU.
I mean, I can too. I might not be there legally, but I'll move there.
Oh no, I can move legally.
Yeah. Well,
I can move legally, and by the way, I found out I can pay into the Italian pension program. Like I don't even have to work. I can pay, like buy into it.
allora.
It's a lot of money, and it's not
I
much money in return. But I could get a pension by paying up into it without working.
I could probably move to. I'm sure Italy has pretty simple immigration rules because I mean, like they need young people, right? So
I'd probably move to one of the cheapest countries where if I already have enough that I don't need to.
Fabio's
Work
going to
with
Bulgaria. All right.
Wait, but oh, voting with
I
your feet
can't
as
move to the
moving.
UK though, because they left.
Because they Brexited.
Those bastards. Now I have to claim like through my American,
Okay.
Lineage.
not lineage,
Unironically,
but citizenship. I guess I don't know.
a country that might be cool to move to would be like a Poland. Poland's a country that came out of like a communistic regime, is very much like pro-capitalism.
That's rare,
And-
by the way.
Well,
That's rare.
Like yeah, and it seems
Depending.
it's working for them. It's it's more important. Like
it's
I was-
it's interesting.
I was talking to this with my brother because when we visited some of those places, It's we described it as like some sort of like generational scarring. So like the shadow of the Soviet Union like never left.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of interesting to observe. Like even looking into back in high school when I spoke with one of my German friends, because it was a very international school. They would describe that, you know, the certain political parties that, you know, left, right, etc. A lot of it's like the left side, for example, is mainly dominating the um, uh, East Germany, which is like, oh, that's the Soviet side. So they were freed from that, but then they also tend to vote tendency closest to that.
It's a shame Andrew had to go for a bathroom break because I think I know the real reason why he picked Poland.
What is that?
Catholic country, historically.
Oh, yeah. It's not Eastern Orthodox. They remain
No.
Catholic.
Well, I mean, there's still a population of Eastern Orthodox, sure, but yeah, you know, it's historically been, you know, healthy Catholic population historically. These days, again, I don't know, but yep. Fabio,
Bacon.
since your voice has been hurting, could you, as a Warren Buffett impersonator, tell us your thoughts on See's candy?
Well, Bacon, it came to my attention when we first purchased See's Candy many years ago. At first, we thought we overpaid for the business, but come to know that, you know, a wonderful business. Sometimes, you know, you can overpay for it, and it can make up for a lot of mistakes. And you know, Charlie and I, we've made plenty of those mistakes over the years, and right, Charlie?
Yes.
Rest in peace, Charlie Munger. But that was I thought that was good.
How did we go from geopolitics to Warren Betty?
Yeah, my voice was fucked,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then he's like,
Oh.
"You have a messed up voice. I'm going to make fun of your disability."
Do you want to make
was
fun
like,
of
wow.
someone else's disability?
What, their inability to pick a good investment vehicle?
Yeah, we'll
You
go
know,
leave
did I
it
mention
then.
I can't get canceled? So I can make fun of this. No, I'm kidding.
Man, this guy.
True freedom, my friends.
Yeah, this guy. For those that don't know and aren't aware, yield max funds, like,
My
don't,
hero.
please don't.
He saved our country 17 times. Pretty
Dude,
incredible.
I don't care about any of that. What?
I don't care about any of this.
No, like, money. I mean, like, because I know, like, people say, like, oh, he doesn't, he's not completely honest, but, like, what he did or didn't do for military, I mean, maybe it's relevant to people who are in the military. To me, like, but for the purposes of, like, the reason I
in the world of finance
find him funny is my favorite was the one where he finds out he's not getting $10,000 of dividends. Have you seen that, Fabio?
Yeah, I saw that clip.
Oh, I didn't.
You have it saved, you psycho.
No. I think
I'm dead.
God.
I don't know. It would have been funny though if you had it like timestamped already, like saved.
For those that don't know, efforts were made to try and convince him and his following to not do this. Honest efforts were tried and attempted, but yeah, screw this guy.
Which one is it? This one. I just like when he's like looking at it, you just see him like sit there confused for a second. He's like, that's what I don't like about Charles Schwab. It's just buffoonery.
And he insists this is why Charles Schwab is clownery, because these red numbers.
I mean, the thing that's crazy is some people think he's brought money in. I think he's just reinvesting his dividends.
No. I'm just saying what he said. What he said was he brought 30,000 in.
When did
Your
he say that?
numbers add up, though, that it very likely just as dividends reinvested.
Right. When did he say that?
In Discord, there's a screenshot of him saying that. He's like, wow, really crazy week. I blew past my 30,000 contributions really quickly. Like, it's not a good statement. It's like, wow, you burned $30,000.
Sadly, Dex, I think you are correct. If reason cannot be applied, sometimes unreasonable methods must be
I didn't,
used.
I didn't realize that he had said that. I thought he just said like weird day in the markets. I didn't see anything else.
And by unreasonable, I'm saying I hope that like this person just like erodes their account quicker rather than later, so that way less harm is done to others. But that's just my opinion.
Right here. Let me at you, Andrew. It's this one right here. Why can't I at you? Oh, because you change your name.
Yeah. Nah.
Oh, my entire 30K was off. I don't know what that means.
This is crazy right now. I can't wait for next week. My entire 30K reserve has gone in a few weeks. Sorry.
But like that could just be like he had dividends set aside in reserve. Like that would make sense to me.
Oh, between that and this man is and has been levered
Yeah, he got margin called.
multiple
Oh,
times.
100% he got margin called here because the price differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I love it. We just watched a man choose to fail in real time.
Well, the thing too is like we were like go there and be like, yeah, this isn't the way to do it. And like you tried really hard. And I to my credit, I told you this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Don't do this. I'm an asshole, but I was right. Like as we say, like it's a waste of time. They're not gonna listen to you. If I was in there like trying to explain to them really hard, he saved a couple people, so maybe it's not all for loss.
4 or 5.
Yeah. But the vast majority of people are just like, shut up. And I was just like, you guys are poor and made bad decisions and are trying to fix it like with a Hail Mary. And like, because that's what this is.
I found out the one guy that Kale got into a fight with. I found out more about him.
I don't know who he got in a fight with. So
27-year-old set his goal was to retire by 30. That was dramatic effect.
The concept.
He had $100,000.
All right.
Guess what he bought not too long ago?
And
he gave up on yield max for a little bit because he found like a ticket.
Litecoin trust. Was I right? Oh, look at that. Sometimes stupidity is just that predictable.
And he bought something else.
Oh, something
right
else.
Before it dropped.
If it's Intel, that's like it's okay.
No.
All right, cool. So different
something dear to Andrew's heart. But Andrew's out of it.
Oh, did he buy HCM?
Dear to your heart.
Celsius. Oh.
You owned this.
I owned this, and it's
you
fallen
got out
a lot.
Of it, and it's fallen a lot.
Perry.
No. Come on, it's a big guy. It's a big company. It used to be really big. Now it's just big, but they had a big blunder recently.
Oh, CrowdStrike.
Wait,
who did this?
The same guy. So he bought it at like 380 somewhere over in there.
No, but who? I missed it for a second because I got pinged.
Same guy who fought with Kale, like the same guy wants to retire by 30. He's 27, but he bought a lot of the Litecoin. Apparently, he kind of got yield max. Oh, I'll come back to this, but I'm going to get more money from this easy money trade, Litecoin.
And that was around the same time period that CrowdStrike was at 380.
No. Then he later bought CrowdStrike 380. Like basically, what I'm getting at is he definitely doesn't have $100,000 anymore. He definitely has maybe 50 to 40 to 30.
depending on when he got out.
And now he's going to figure out the hard way that permanent capital loss like that is really detrimental, because now to recover from, let's say you're 30 from 100, it's over a 300% gain.
So why did Kale get
Or
in arguments
200%
with him? I don't know the. Oh, this is when Kale was trying to. He was like with you,
Yes.
trying to talk reason into them.
Yes.
And he got into an argument with one of the moderators.
Mm-hmm.
The moderator then just banned him.
Mm-hmm.
But then the moderator continued his argument in another server with him for like 4 hours or 3 hours or whatever. They were screaming at each other.
Wait, what server was that?
It was the Kemmer Rebels. Remember the ones I call the Kemmer Rebels?
Oh, I was never in that server, but yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
never
so
was
they
either.
continued that fight in there.
Wait, why
And-
was he in the Kemmer Rebels if he was a mod?
Because he was in no, because the Kemmer Rebels were inviting a lot of people from the Kemmer server.
Hmm.
I call them the Kemmer Rebels. They don't call themselves that.
Another person who's done really well is that YieldMax TV guy.
That's Bacon's hero.
No, it's not.
He
I don't
goes
even
like
watch the guy.
Lamborghinis.
I can only take but so much.
Rented Lamborghinis, by the way. It's hilarious
Yeah.
because in one of the videos he has like the little key fob. You can still see it. And then when he accelerates it, it like swings forward, and then you see on it the rental center. You know, because it's funny, because if you want to be impressed by a guru's supercar, make sure it's a Ferrari. No, seriously, because you don't rent Ferraris.
You can't?
You can't rent a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Really?
Ferrari
Ferrari's
would sue you
exclusivity. Yeah.
if you did that.
No, I mean,
If you
I don't
bought
even
a
know
Ferrari on
how to
I
buy
hope
a
I hope
Ferrari.
you all know I don't know a whole lot about Ferraris.
Like I
Well, I don't know, own one, but
yeah.
No, but
like,
you're a car person.
Hmm?
You're a car person. You like know things.
no, I'm not really a car
no,
person.
not
no.
not
I thought
not
you
to
were.
that degree. No, he's not.
They had a good earnings report.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, Ferrari guys are still going to buy Ferrari
Then why don't we buy Ferrari stock?
because I hate it for doing so well.
You can't beat them.
join him.
I will buy them on any dip. If the market ever does a dip on them, I will buy them. I
Dude,
promise.
you had a dip right here. Boom, down 3%.
Tell you what, I'll do the game. Every time I buy a Ferrari, I'll buy one share of Ferrari. I will buy maybe one Ferrari share in my
Okay.
lifetime.
Okay.
What about every time? How about every time I buy you a Ferrari?
Oh,
Oh,
would
you're
I'll have
you're
at
not.
least
No,
100
no, no.
Ferraris.
Hold on. I see where this is going. You're gonna
Would-
buy like a huge amount of like Ferrari Hot Wheels.
You're
Ship
ruining
them
my
over to him.
plan. You are
That's
ruining my.
offensive. He was literally going to buy an actual Ferrari for me.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna find a totaled one. Like here's your Ferrari, sir. Come pick it up. Let's see. Let's go find Ferraris on Craigslist.
You can buy project Ferraris, but like just the body.
Mhm.
There were some of the older ones that were really cheap when I was in high school, and now they're like, there's one that's like $700,000.
No. Wait. Are you doxing yourself with Craigslist? By the way.
How would I?
I don't know. Like, is geolocation sensitive with Craigslist? I'm not sure how Craigslist works.
Well, I know I don't live near West Hollywood, so
Okay. Fair enough.
dude, this is look at this Ferrari right here.
Random thing for people viewing. For the comments section, I happen to think the DeLorean, really great car, underrated in its ability to have a flux capacitor. Not too many vehicles have that capacity for a flux capacitor.
That's true.
Top speed, though, from what I heard, if I recall correctly, not great.
Wait, there's a website. I'm trying to remember the name of. It's what's it called?
This is crazy right now. My whole 30K was
What? What's going on?
No, nothing. I don't know. Okay.
Yes, this is the one. Go on the website James Edition.
Oh no.
You
Do
know
I
of
have to do
James
this in-
Edition?
do I have to do this in incognito?
No. No. It's like an eBay of sorts. If you really want to go, damn. No, I'm not kidding. Click on anything: cars, watches, yachts.
Why would you pick a Ford?
Because I'm trying to find something cheap.
You went for the cheapest thing on there. If you go to real
fair enough.
estate,
I always think like these kind of cars, like Bugattis, maybe Ferraris are okay,
Bugatti.
but I feel like they just be annoying. Like the maintenance, they're dude. Look
If
how
you
low
bought
these things are.
Bugatti, you're definitely not worried about the maintenance.
I mean, true.
If you drop $4 million on a car,
I don't realize they're that expensive.
yeah.
And Bugatti,
Actually, you know what? Let me say this: if your Furu that you're watching on YouTube is driving one of these, they probably have a lot of money. But if they have a Lamborghini, doubt.
It's a Brabus. What the hell is
If
this?
you have to ask, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
If you
Can't
have
afford it.
no, this website is literally that, but in a website form.
You would pay 1.5 million for a shitty side by side?
This
It's
is your
probably
toy.
nice.
This is your toy.
Dude, Jesus said just give to the poor. Like, goodness gracious.
Okay, Foo
Look, it
hat.
has a little seat.
Religious Foo hat.
No. Click on the houses. You wanna spit your coffee out. Go to houses.
Some might say this is a house.
I've been on I've been on Sotheby's, but
Well, this one.
where do you go to houses? Right here?
Yeah, go to real estate.
Oh, see Sotheby's even. Okay, so
It's all on here.
Yep. You could do a lot of Epstein stuff.
Oh, FBI open up.
Yeah.
So it's actually if you buy an island in the Bahamas,
What's
that's-
depreciation?
no, but
I'm
question.
joking.
We are accountants here.
Yes.
What are the rules here? So like you're still subject to Bahamian law, right?
Probably.
Depends.
Hopefully.
How far are you from? There are islands that are outside jurisdictions.
Hmm. Only 1,872 square foot. That's not too bad.
You need a staff though.
No.
Yeah.
The staff, he says.
Dude, a private island in Norway? Dude, this though.
We could buy it. No,
We?
legit. Yeah, we could buy it. We can make it Capital Mindset Island. Fuhat can live in the north side.
Dude, it's got a small farm. We can get the guy from Ryan's Discord to run the farm.
What are you talking about? There are already farmers, proven farmers in the Discord.
Oh, are there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In the Capital Mindset one. Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Not
always
gonna
wanted-
lie, that island looks. There's probably some.
It's a 114 acre lot, like for 911,000. I mean, I guess there's no. The house is probably like not that.
You're an hour boat ride from a major city though on that
Is that what
island.
it said?
There.
Yeah,
That's probably the issue, huh?
Yeah, there's
an hour by boat.
Yeah. It's like someone gets, dude, you have to go to the hospital for any emergency. You just accept your death.
But you die on an island.
Yeah.
So no, this website is the website to like look for very expensive listings, but yeah. Like I'm not saying there's no value, but it's just like higher end listings.
Yeah.
That looks
Like, this is like high end eBay. Andrew's
That's
like
a-
exploring over here.
Dude, these are sick looking bikes. These like I like these kind of style Harleys.
No.
I didn't know they were Harleys, but now that I do, I like those kind of ones. It's like, oh, I didn't realize I like these kind of things. Now I do.
Hour away. Good.
Oh, you can get like yacht rentals, jet charters, vacation.
It's
so
a
it's like-
website for anything luxurious, essentially.
Is
Collectibles is a newer thing. Yeah, you
This
can-
is
about
nightly, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, no, I mean, oh, wait, they have escorts?
Oh, I didn't see that. Do they?
So, no,
this is
that's
me
what
being
Bacon
dumb.
said. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if so, I'll just buff up a little bit. How about you and I can escort people?
What? Okay.
Oh, you meant like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty
I said.
Well, Fabio,
tongue
you and
in
I can
cheek.
buff up and we can escort people. I mean,
Yep, that's
Uh,
yep.
Yeah.
Dude, there's an Italian palazzo that it's like, oh my gosh, dude, for 4 million. That would be a badass home. You're like, come visit me in my palazzo. Has a freaking tower for 4.3 million.
it has a what?
A tower.
Mhm.
Like a legit tower. You come visit me and I'm watching you from my tower. That's your approach.
All right. So if I'm gonna go, I want a mountain view and a balcony. No, fuck. Why doesn't it update? This website's shit.
There's one property that if you look at it, I swear you will shit your pants. You'll be like, wow, that is beautiful. If it wasn't for the price. Where is it? No, because
Dude.
it's one of the most beautiful
James
properties I've seen.
Edition's like search function sucks. Like I click
It's
on
terrible.
balcony.
Thank you for that.
Oh no, Fuhat, you'll cry.
I did not, Sauron, but
Yeah, we did. That's what I was saying. It's really far from.
yeah.
Wait, let's go back. We'll see.
Dude, you're far from everything.
Wait. What the fuck? It was Norway, wasn't it?
I think it was an entire island.
Can I just do like the island search? Island boys.
Oh no. Let them die in peace as far as like a reference goes. It was a horrible meme.
I'm looking at a $200 million home.
Very nice.
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Like conceptually I can kind of wrap my head around it, but like
Dude,
see myself living in such? Not really.
I want to get this thing. Just like, it's like a house that you like punish your kids. Like, go to the king. They say it's a castle. I wouldn't say that's a castle. That's like a watchtower.
Oh yeah, no, that's fake
But
castle.
it seems like there's enough square acreage to, call it an estate.
I'm trying to find this one property that you'll literally like. It's in France. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll pull it
I'm
up.
trying to find it. It usually
This is
comes
pretty
up.
sick. Dude, look at the ins. What the heck? Do you see that?
Yeah,
Look at your indoor.
yeah. It's why I tell you, small fish, super small little minnow out there. There are giants.
Which
There
one?
are monsters out there, Andrew.
What do you mean?
This
And I am just a guy. He's referring to himself.
I am a
Fabio?
minnow. I'm a
Yeah.
little baby fish.
Yeah.
This is like another world.
Well, that's fine because minnows can still fit in this pond, but sharks probably can't. So you can live here.
I'm trying to find this property. Because this property like shocked me how beautiful it was.
But how depreciated is this building?
Yeah, it has a bowling alley.
Do you think we do straight line on this?
Bro, look at the ball pit. I like how it's like completely solo bowling alley. Like it even has like the tables here and like the it's like you're at a bowling alley.
Mm-hmm. A random thing on bowling alleys. You guys recall the traditional ones, and have you guys given a try to the more newer setups where like there are wires?
My city doesn't have a bowling alley, so I don't know.
Oh wow, you really are out in the middle of nowhere. Because even out in the middle of nowhere, you have access to a bowling alley usually in America.
No, we had a bowling alley, but then people came and shot and killed everyone, so then they shut it down.
Oh, that's a shame.
What?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I think people just got like so. Wait, this was in. It's called The Name of My City, Bowling Alley Massacre.
How long ago was that?
Well, there was two. The first one was in 1990. I know there was another one after that.
I'll copy and paste it, Emperor Sauron. If you wanted more. It's in the private chat.
I'm seeing it in the French section, but it doesn't bring it up to me, if that makes sense.
Oh, you found the island.
Because I'm trying to find this French home that was like, it just struck me. I was like, I must one day spend all my money on this property and go bankrupt, but I can live in it for a month.
What the heck?
Is that so?
Oh,
Norway,
okay.
Most of the cities are down here.
All right.
Found it.
Send me the link.
Like it's a older style home, but wow, it's has a beautiful garden.
No.
Here.
Would you say it's full?
Not modern. This one's not modern. There's some that are modern that are also really beautiful, but this one's a non-modern look.
Why is that desktop?
By the way, price is not listed because it's a price on request. That's how you know.
What'd you say?
I said, why is that desktop image a cardinal? And
imagine
I have.
You pull up Capital Mindset Residence.
Price upon request.
Yeah, price upon request. Exactly.
No scrubs allowed.
Oh yeah, I forgot the name is called Villa Versailles. Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, if it's too far, I'm going to pass.
Did you just say Taco Bell?
Yeah. It did say Taco Bell. What are you doing there?
That is doxing myself, so we're not going to go there. Okay.
Yeah. I'm confused.
It's far from a Taco Bell. I'm going to pass. No, but on a real note, let's look at this thing.
Well, that one's in Switzerland, by the way. Yes.
Oh, I would think it's in France.
No. It's I'm looking at the map. It's in Switzerland. It borders. You're right on the edge of Italy and Switzerland. Italy's right there.
Oh, okay.
You're in Switzerland. Right. France is not too far away.
They don't have a lot of pictures. That's unfortunate.
No, they do not. But
dude, that's such a beautiful view, though.
Yeah. Like that just kills everything. Oh my goodness. Like, dude, having the coffee out there.
Coffee, cigar,
Fuhat. I'm like, Fuhat, I'm hungry. He's like, here's some eggs. Bro, dude, nothing would.
Someone feeding you seedless fruits.
Seedless.
By hand.
Fuhat can feed the birds. He can feed the birds. He's like, Fabio, I brought all this from Walmart. I can feed the birds, Fabio. You know, then he feeds the geese, the garden geese.
I mean, I'm sure this area is an expensive area because it has to be, but like, it's really interesting because like if you look at a lot of these houses are secluded, because normally you want that. But look like it looks like apartments right there. I mean, I know you're in the
Civilization.
city.
Yeah,
Did
for
you-
sure.
Andrew's like, if I'm paying that much, I don't want common folk near me.
But
That is what he's saying.
no, I'm like, for real though, wouldn't you? Like,
No, but like those aren't like common folk. Those are probably millionaires. Those
This-
apartments are all probably millionaires.
this is what I want. Except if I have this much money, I'm gonna buy to put a Taco Bell right here, and then
You'll buy and install your own Taco Bell, a working Taco
No,
Bell.
you create like a fast food village. You put all your favorite fast food joints right there, fully staffed.
you know what wouldn't be there? Fucking Chick-fil-A.
For those that don't know, there is history between Andrew and Fabio over Chick-fil-A.
Dude, it has a
where it ranks.
sauna. This one has a sauna in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
a
bad.
basketball court?
At that price, you should get a steam room.
Well, is that what this is? No, is that a shower?
No, that's a shower.
What the fuck? It's kind of a lame shower.
Well, it's kind of
Nice.
lame to have a sauna, not a steam room at that price.
Okay.
Beggars can't be choosers, though. You know.
So this is 83 million.
I mean, like, come on. If we're talking about someone with a budget that's buying this, I'm pretty sure they have it in the budget model.
Dude, modern art, pass.
No. Scroll up though. There was a picture. There was a portrait.
Yeah, there's a picture of someone's dead grandpa. Like, I don't want to see that.
I know, but I'd put a picture of like the goose that Fuhat discovered, and then Fuhat would come in like, "Yes, Master Fabio."
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
For head
Become
butler,
Batman of that town, and he's my
Alfred.
Alfred, like Fuhat instead of Alfred, it's Fuhat. I'm Goose Man.
Look, this one even has a pool for geese.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's just all inside references right now.
Dude, it looks like
Things
someone
evolved.
let their kid like hand paint.
By the way, all this furniture is Hermes.
No,
Fuhat,
naturally.
like, what the fuck, Fabio? That lamp over there costs more than my entire generation.
He's probably right. Oh, nice. This is very like
It's modern mixed with,
high society.
Pretty much.
dude, you have a lounge chair in the gym that would smell like crazy if you got sweaty in that.
Oh yeah.
This gym sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty trash. for the money.
F.
F tier
And
gym.
it's like, this is where the renovation money will go. My family lineage.
Meanwhile, Dex privately is like, yeah, you guys are showing off my properties. What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah. Dex is like, stop doxing me. You're not supposed to look at the pictures inside my house.
Yeah. No window shopping allowed.
Where
Dude,
is
look
this
at that. Come on, imagine that. You have your boat right there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Dude, have you ever
For-
been in Naples, Fabio?
Naples,
There's
Florida.
houses- Yeah.
Yes.
There's houses like this all along Naples. When we
Yep.
take my brother's boat out and we pass them, I'm just like, there's another nice house. Oh, there's another nice house.
Yeah.
So this reminds me of-
For the viewers, if you choose to buy any of these properties, consider supporting us in a manner you see fit. Thank you kindly.
This is the whitest house I think I've ever seen.
Well, let's calm down there, Andrew.
Oh, that looks
Well,
like
I mean, the countertops aren't white, at least. So,
Well-
you got some contrast.
Oh, but the gym. Hey,
A real gym?
Oh, wow.
No.
Looks like an apartment gym. I give it a C. Where there's no bench and squat rack.
isn't that a bench right here? Squat rack?
Oh. B plus.
Okay. For the budget, for what you're paying for.
I mean, they have one of these like sprint treadmills.
Dude, is that a pool right there by the gym? Look
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, there's a
my
gym
God.
so you can do lapse in.
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Come.
Okay, A.
Hey.
A.
Yeah.
It's an A now.
People thinking to themselves, I'd work out in the nude privately.
Yeah.
Yo, this room is trippy right here with the.
Yep. All the mirrors. Yep. Good night,
Good night,
Dex.
Dex.
Feller emote.
This is fun.
Yeah. This is
Mhm.
like where you go, this is why I must work. This is why I must work.
Really? Like for me, it's more of a like like I'm happy for other people that they afford and buy stuff like this.
No, Bacon, you must gamble on the lottery
What?
as
No.
often as you can.
What lottery? Like I'm
Litecoin,
no.
Litecoin,
I hate you.
um,
Yield max.
con,
I already made money off con though.
election
in the other direction.
gambling.
No, that's not me.
What do you think is the commission on selling these? It's higher than normal commission, I can tell you that.
Oh, for sure.
8.
When we sold the property through Sotheby's,
2 and 20.
so normally it's like 3 to 6%.
5 and
So
50.
Sotheby's was 10. Because part of what these guys do too is they know who wealthy people are and they will go out and reach out to them. Like they do a lot of actual they're not just like listing it. So yeah, because yeah. Yo,
I don't know, man.
No, side note,
Mhm.
I have never been intrigued or wanted to or have any desire to go to Dubai. I don't know.
No, the Dubai homes all scam. No.
Also, look at this. Look, it's like
Stick to Switzerland. Switzerland,
It's just like-
southern France,
yeah.
northern Italy. That whole area.
Let's go to
Northern
quick-
Italy is good to me.
That's where I'd buy
I was
if I had that kind of money to drop on a house.
Oh,
Ill.
F.
F.
It needs some work.
Rip.
I mean, to be fair, at this price for this website, this is like a fixer up. It's just like, oh, if you're a DIY person, you can fix this one up. Oh, Catalona, Spain. That's got to be nice too, right?
Look at that view.
But you didn't say Spain, Fabio, and you are the well-traveled man here.
No, Spain. If you want to not spend money on other things, I don't like as much the life cycle over there in Spain. It's a bit odd for me.
You don't
Fair
like
person,
siestas? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't like that.
What's the Italian concept for their version of siesta-ish? Because they have a word for it, but it always has escaped me.
Well, when I'm in Italy,
Oh,
they're not the same at all in terms of like closures. There's like the restaurants will close and then
Yeah.
reopen, but not like a siesta. This is a cabin. Yeah, you're going into the cabins.
as a sauna.
You don't understand.
It's rustic.
This is not your main home. This is your vacation home.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
These
What kind of Jeep is this here?
Wrangler.
I'm trying to figure if it is a Jeep or if it's a fancy brand.
Let's do a startup. We should acquire this and then use it as an Airbnb. Wouldn't that be a great business model?
I think we should sublease it, actually.
Yeah, sublease it. Yeah, that'd be great.
What the fuck is even that? Yeah, this looks like someone built this on Rust. What the hell?
Mhm.
It's postmodern.
Whoa. Inside is
Good job.
trippy.
A joke. I'm not.
Is this like a torture device? What
Specialist.
even is this?
Pasta.
Yeah, it's either that or some sort of meat grinder, but probably pasta.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fuhat. This is why I hate humans.
Yeah.
Fuhat. Let me just tell it this way. On top of buying the house, they probably also do that.
Yeah, they probably already do.
Well, yeah, because it's a tax shelter to buy the house.
Isn't? Oh, that's what. Yeah.
The chair. Bro, give me mass pictures. I'm not gonna buy this place.
Again,
Yeah,
I get where Fuhat's coming from, but I think to myself, good for you.
Fuhat, money is infinite.
so Fabio, when are we gonna start a fund?
Should I just quit my job and just go full force on
No,
this?
no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. yeah.
Have you ever seen the Big Ledge Show?
Yes.
No.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if that actually were the case? Like, this is the recorded evidence of a fund getting started.
Oh, that's
Is
nice.
it?
See, if I had a home theater, this is kind of what I imagine.
Mhm.
I don't like the ones where they make it like a theater. I don't want to sit in a theater seat.
No. I'm saying they're like a theater size,
Mhm.
but like comfortable, massive
Yeah.
couch in
Yeah.
the middle.
'Cause
That is also used for a group of women and a single man.
Good Fabio. When does CM go public?
He's not going to just to know here, okay?
No, CM's never gonna go public like that.
No Series A.
No, Series A, yeah. We would go public like if we ever went public dude, it'd be like a legit, but we'd have to be huge.
Bro, this
No.
view.
It'd have to be worth it because all the regulatory costs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a Series A, don't worry. You just take the money and run.
It would be a SPAC. What could possibly go wrong?
Imagine just waking up to that.
Oh yeah.
Funny thing, though, is
kind of
that-
a rinky-dink little living area, though. This is kind of
Rinky dink.
rich people. Just become.
Like, I don't. To me, I just see people. Like, there are rich jerk offs. There are great rich people. There are poor jerk offs. There are like great poor people.
This is a weird house.
Plenty of both in between. Like, it's just humans.
3,300 square feet, 5 bed, 8 bath. This is made to be an Airbnb. No, well, I mean, I guess it's a vacation home.
Okay, so let's sublease this somehow and go public.
Who had $2 million for a house isn't today's
2.7.
economy. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
No, let's go find crazy.
No, the one I sent you. That was price on request.
Yeah.
That was price on request.
No, that one was so nice. Except you're near the pores.
All million.
Yeah. It's
Hey Fabio, or not Fabio, Fuhat, you want to see some real luxury? What the fuck are these? These aren't yachts. Ah, there we go. There's the yacht.
technically.
You want to hear a funny story? So when we went to Florida to go on the cruise,
Mhm.
we're in Miami, and we're walking around the night before. I'm like walking around with my dad, and he's never been on a cruise before. Okay. And has no idea what a cruise ship looks like. He'd never even seen a cruise ship. So we go, and there's probably a mega yacht like this size, and he's like, "Is that the cruise ship?" I was like, "Oh,
Oh no.
No, good sir. No. But
Well, have you seen the Ritz-Carlton cruise line?
No, didn't the
I
Ritz
haven't.
was it Ritz Carlton or who was it just built a? They just built like an apartment complex that looks like a boat in downtown Miami. Is that Ritz? I thought it was kind of cool design. I wouldn't ever want to live in Miami.
Yeah, they are quite massive. The bigger ones for sure.
Um,
When I was in Aruba, we were in the hot tub, and like way out to the right was like the cruise ship dock. At nighttime was horrifying, right? So it's nighttime, it's super quiet. We're all just chit-chatting in the hot tub. And then, I'd be looking, and behind one of my buddies, you see like really quietly the cruise ship just moving. And
Oh,
we're
really?
like not that far from the shoreline. This like massive ship just like appears out of nowhere, and it's not even making a sound. It's nighttime. It's crazy to watch.
These ones, Aston Martin residences. That's what I was saying, Ritz Carlton. See how it looks like a boat.
See, Fuhad is actually happy in life, and we're not. Look at that.
Geese.
He just wants to
Oh,
play with geese and make a tree
Yeah.
sanctuary.
Dude, what kind of fucking toilet is that?
You're seeing a square toilet?
No,
Or
it's
is it
not
the
gold.
size? Oh, okay.
Andrew's like, if I'm paying $8 million, toilet better be gold.
Where is this Nasoya? Beautiful island with bridge connection. I do like that. It's away from the pores. You have to come across a bridge to find me.
My ideal house design, my aspirational house it's a proper like almost palazzo with a courtyard in the middle. The exterior can be kind of whatever I want, but in the center, courtyard.
I don't have I don't know.
I love courtyards. I
Like that?
love
You like that kind of courtyard?
that would count.
No. Would you have
It's
mango
more of a
trees growing?
garden.
Mango trees, kumquats.
Yeah, like this is like my peak kind of house, but I don't think I'll get there.
Not with that attitude.
No,
Let's see the
that
last
house
sale
is
price.
probably over 100 million. I am not starting the next Tesla. I'll tell you that right now.
Where's the Via
No.
Versailles? It's where?
It's in Switzerland.
Is it this one right here?
No, but just have like trillions in AUM and win that way.
There's no way it's this one.
Oh, it's 10 million. I can. Damn. Never mind. Maybe I can one day spend that kind of money. That's attainable. 100 mil is not attainable. 100 mil is
You have to start a biz to get. Oh, by the way, I'm winding down here, but Mark Cahodes, I just remember because I was thinking of people that's money, and I thought of Bill Ackman, but he made a tweet that cracked me up.
No, what did Mr. Cahodes say?
He doesn't like Bill Ackman. I don't know why.
No, he does not.
I don't know his history with them, but
I don't either. But
it's it.
Wait, his fund was only up 4.7%.
Well, it lost 4.7. It says it raised through most of its 2024 gains. So my guess is now he's only up like 5%,
Yeah.
which is somewhat
That's all
surprising. 'cause
Warner
Google-
Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Not Warner Bros. Sorry, Universal. No, Universal's his biggest position by a lot, Andrew.
Is it?
Yes.
yeah,
Was that a guff for you? Is that noise you made a guff?
No, that's like. You ever seen those videos where like they're laughing and then like the guy falls and it's like a fart like.
that was what
That's
happened.
his largest position by a lot. It's not going to be in his 13F. It's a foreign stock.
Oh, that's why.
You can look it up. Just use Google. The Google AI does you a good answer. How big of an investment is for Bill Ackman? Yeah, my throat's like being destroyed. It's being
Good
attacked
old
by
Eck attack.
the lack of water.
He owns about 10%. So 4 billion.
Now it's 4. No, it was like 10 billion, I think, when he first bought.
Oof.
Well,
Yeah, that matters. That loss matters.
because I don't know what their AUM is. Yeah, that might be right. If they had,
I wouldn't go that far. Like, I have my own like gripes with the guy, but you know.
You wouldn't go how far for what?
Oh, what Fuhat said. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Did he ever ban Fuhat? Fuhat just went off on him. He's like, I'm
He
gonna
did.
pick a war.
I don't think he did though. I guess. But
He's literally invested in HHH, which is like just making places where rich people don't have to deal with pores. How did QSR do today?
not horrible. Like all things considered, for the day.
And
Arthur J. Gallagher.
I was just looking at who did well today because I know my Arthur J. Gallagher was up. Biotech's has to be doing good, right?
VKTX
Nope.
tonight. Shout out to you guys. There's no way that they're watching this.
I already told them I'm mad at them because they told me this is free money.
Oh, well, when did they tell you?
I think I'm like flat on it.
Wait, you actually got in?
Yeah. It's a very large position. It's my largest position.
I doubt that, but
Dude, this company's been around since 2015.
yeah, it's not. It's like the counter argument is like, it's not necessarily a one-trick pony. That being said, though, I'm not anything, and like I don't have any allocation one way or the other with it, so I'm just vibing. I hope it works out for them. No. Anyways.
All right, guys. Well,
yeah,
I'm ready to head off and go to bed.
Is there anything that you want to promote, Fabio? Because thank you for being generous with your time.
No worries.
On our channel.
Anytime.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Any projects that you guys wanted to mention, or
projects?
Well, projects or future content that people should look forward to. Because like I've said that I would do something, and I could. It's just other things have taken up my time. Honestly, I'm not cut out to be a YouTuber. Probably, which is a good thing. Almost certainly. Never wanted to be famous. But yeah, anything you guys wanted to mention in the future for people to look forward to?
Live streams. Oh my gosh, that is horrifying. He's not even using Is he using any of the protection?
No, he's free climbing. He's free. Remember the guy that we showed you on TradingView, Alex Honnold?
Mm-hmm.
He was the first guy to do this. That's not him. He was the first guy to do LCAP without any. It's called like a free climb or free solo.
Why would someone risk this?
This is why. That's why this guy here at the top says, but why?
Oh.
No.
So he's the first guy?
No, no, because this is some other dude, Adam Andra. But all these guys die young.
I wonder why.
I mean, yeah.
Well, but okay, so then why do they keep doing it?
What is life without living and doing what you really want?
Oh, so this is a free climb, not a free solo. Oh, okay. So this guy's saying it's a free climb, meaning that he used no equipment for climb assistance, but he was secured with a rope. I mean, like, I still would never do this. I can't.
Where's the yellow rope?
Oh, yeah, right here. Your life is hanging on this thing, man.
Hopefully,
Man.
you got your equipment you can trust.
He said, yeah, Nudging is a free solo climb like Alex Honnold did in the famous documentary with no rope. It's a good Netflix documentary. You should watch it.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Was that
I
filmed?
still some
But,
cordage,
so is it? But why he put 700K inheritance in Intel stock yesterday? What'd you say? Is this filmed?
No, the other guy. Not this one. The other one, the solo climb.
Yeah.
Really, I want to see this.
Look up like free solo.
Because I know that one guy who was a free climber, he died, and he recorded his own death. He jumps on skyscrapers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
The Asian climber.
yeah.
You can see him die.
Mhm.
He literally got into a position he couldn't get up, and he's sitting there. He's dead hanging for like minutes, and then eventually he lets go and he dies.
Wait, what? Who is this?
Some guy who is famous for like climbing up skyscrapers.
Oh, I have seen that video.
Yeah, and you watch him die. Well, you don't watch him hit the ground, but you watch him fall. What's the guy's name? The free climber?
Alex Honnold. Use it to look at free solo. I think it's on Netflix. Oh wait, no, Hulu. It's on Hulu.
And Amazon Prime, maybe.
Yeah, but no, you have to rent by it on Amazon Prime. That doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not for me.
One of the things my wife and I like to watch together are documentaries. So I know you like watch this one.
Yeah.
Did you guys have seen the Fire Festival ones, right? Please tell me you have.
I've seen like budget like meme documentary ones of those.
Wait,
like
you
internet
haven't seen the-
destroying. Not the full proper documentary like produced, but like
you have
aware.
to watch this.
I am aware of like how bad it was.
No. You need to watch this.
But no,
Fabio, have you
I'll
seen
have
this?
to.
No, it's like an hour long.
No, but like this is a conspiracy to get me to like get a Netflix subscription and pump Fabio's bags.
Man, I don't give a crap.
Dude,
about
he's
Netflix.
like, there's like, I don't understand these rock climbers. He's not touching anything. He's just floating on it.
Oh, on the rock.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You appreciate more too, like if you actually try like rock climbing, like at the indoor stuff, and you go and you watch this, and you're like, wait, what? Shh.
Anyways, though, on that note, so yeah, thank you, Fabio. Capital Mindset YouTube. At your Twitter, you do have a Twitter that you could promote.
Twitter, Capital
Or
Mindset,
X. Yeah.
or X, yeah. YouTube, Capital Mindset.
Yeah. See, Andrew, you also have a Twitter thingy thing that you could promote.
I don't even know what my thing is.
Your handle?
Yeah. At Andrew M61370616.
Very easy. Just naturally rolls off the tongue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you all, dear viewers. Maybe content will come out in the future. I make no promises. This is a side project for everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
that being said, boys, thank everyone for hopping on, and I will go ahead and end the stream.